And now, Giant Sports Talk Live. Here are your hosts, Eric and Glenn.
What is that? What do we got going? What is that?
Yeah, buddy. What is up? Welcome to Giant Sports Talk Live here on a Sunday night, December 29th. Getting a few days away from the new year. What is going on? Hopefully everyone's having a great night out there. I see PFG Tom Zendava.
All right, Eric, you set me off. You set me off and you set me up right at the top of the show. We're on the verge of a new year. Yeah, better year? The same old year.
Absolutely. Better year. Better year, man. Always a better year.
Same old Lang Syne.
Old Lang Syne. There we go. Niner, what's up? Anthony is out there. Babe Rocks, TC, Toronto, 6393. What's up, Vince? Vince, talk to me. What is this? What is the Vlad situation? Something new out there? Because I haven't seen anything new unless we're just talking about just what's going on there in Toronto. What's up, Hope? Morkatna. Dilly is out there. What's up, Nancy Dilly? Ace Atheist. Hell of this, hell of that. What is up? And of course, I see Eric out there as well. And George, man, he chimed in early. He chimed in early. Yeah, he's out there, man. What's up, Rob? What's up, Demon?
He's out there. Rob C just popping in too. Vince. Right on. Oh yeah. DeVille. Hey, Robbie. Thanks for all the contact.
Robbie DeVille. What's up, man? Also known as Robbie Dizzle. What's up, Robbie? Just talking. Yeah. Hey, I get what you're saying, Vince. There is something going on there, right? Something's going on. What's up, Senior? Good to see you. How's the boy's elbow holding up? Pretty good. Is it itching yet? I bet you it's itching like a Dickens right now. But yeah, hey, today, of course, we talk about a whole bunch of different things. The topic today is
Senior,
the likely 2025 San Francisco Giants starting rotation.
Oh, and I've been looking forward to this one.
I bet. Marcus, what's up, dude? Not itching yet. Oh, okay. Bringing in some Chapman numbers. We're going to be okay. We'll do that. We'll do that later because, again, it looks like Posey's looking for bats. We'll talk about that all over again.
Why is he looking for bats?
Daniel.
No. Why is he looking for bats, Eric?
Ask him.
It wasn't priority. It's not. It wasn't, and it remains not priority number one, Eric.
For Buster, it is, man.
Dude, I'm telling you guys, listen to me good. It's going to be a long 24 or 20 or 25 season. It's going to be a long year.
You think?
Do I need to reiterate once again? This pitching staff is going to be one of the lower level staffs in baseball, Eric.
Let's take a look at this. Man, now that you say that, let's take a look at this, guys. Let's bring this up. Might as well bring this up. Hey, Glenn.
Yes, sir.
Don't
I'm not panicking.
All right, here we go.
I'm just telling you the way it is. We're gonna look at that lineup, Eric. Here it is.
That's the rotation. There we go.
That's trouble.
That's trouble. Okay, we got Logan Webb. Now, Logan Webb's going to do what he's going to do, right? Correct? Come on. Logan Webb's going to do what he did. And yes, San Jose, we'll talk about that a little bit later. Former President Jimmy Carter has passed away at the age of 100. Lived a long life. We could talk about that a little bit.
Maybe towards the end. Loving wife's arms. There you go. Okay.
There we go. Logan Webb, of course, he is, quote unquote, the captain of the rotation, along with Robbie Ray. Then you got Jordan Hicks. That was tough to put him in there. It was tough to put him in there. And then, of course, you got the young guys. You got Birdsong and Harrison on the bookends there. Again, that is potentially, possibly, the starting rotation of your 2025 San Francisco Giants. How do you? I mean, let's be honest, guys. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Is it a world beater?
Be honest.
Is it a world beater? No, it's
world
not a
beater. It's not even a AAA beater, Eric. That's a bad pitching staff.
Okay, hey, let's take a look. I'm going to take a look at something here. There's one that I want to look at. Do I want to? Let me see some. Actually, no, because there's a lot of damn injuries. That's not going to even be worth doing that, to be honest with you. Looks weak. It's thin. I agree. It's thin. Yep. We need another pitcher.
Again, I reiterate, guys.
I would agree with that.
Especially you guys who are in the chat right now saying weak, thin, etc. Any of those comments. What happens in week 3 of the season, Eric? 3 starts in, you lose Logan Webb for a couple of months.
Oh, you lose Logan Webb, it's over.
Dude.
What is up, Croquet?
Your pitching staff is considered as weak as ours when you're one injury away from the whole season is just imploded.
Yeah, I agree. And Tom, I would agree with Tom. It's average with a plus side. I would agree with that. It's average. It's right. Come on, it's not a dumpster fire, but it's average.
I think it's below average, and there's a possibility it could be average. There's possibility you get a couple. Eric,
okay.
Birdsong. If Birdsong turns into some magical phenom this year, or we get above average pitching from some of these young pitchers, then we could save face. But I'm telling you, the way it looks right now, to me, we're below average. But hey, we're all entitled to our opinion. Some of you think that it's good. I don't agree, but hey, that's why we're here, to openly debate.
And here we go. This could also be an issue right here.
You're wrong.
Ryan Price is gone. Hopefully that's a good thing. Right? The pitching coach of last year, and no longer with the San Francisco Giants. Matter of fact, I think he lasted 1 year. And now they got that new guy, JP Martinez.
Yeah.
And if you guys remember, which is quite interesting, Blake Snell had an interesting social media post. Once the Giants got rid of Price and Braden JP Martinez, Blake Snell was actually happy with that. So I don't know what that means. Maybe it means something good. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. But we got a new staff that's running the show. So maybe he could find something with these guys. We'll see. Again, it's gonna be a week.
Even if we get an outstanding, and that's a possibility too, an outstanding year from Logan Webb, eats innings, gets you wins, does everything he needs to do to keep us in the game.
Right.
And then you get you know what, buddy? You get a subpar year from Ray right out of the get-go. See, it's just so thin that you take one element out, and I find we're in big trouble, dude. And the biggest one to me is injury, not just maybe they don't pitch well. An injury, Eric, it could happen, and it will happen. It will happen. We're not going to have 100% healthy pitching staff for the whole year.
Usually it doesn't. No, usually someone's going to get.
It should scare the hell out of us.
Let's talk about this, guys. Come on. Let's. Well, what's this? Okay. Whew. I saw a tweet from John Heyman.
I thought the sirens were about to go off.
I took a quick look at it. I saw it again. I had to take a double take there for a minute. Sorry about that.
Your face.
But Hayden Birdsong, his first year here, let's bring his numbers up. Probably not pretty, right? He's the one that really intrigues me, to be honest with you. Harrison, I don't know, man. I just don't know. He only threw 72 innings, man.
Well, we'll get into the hitters later on. We're here to talk about pitchers in the show today.
Yeah, it's ugly. Don't get me wrong, it's ugly. He finished with a 5-6 record, 4.7 ERA. Again, it's his first year. He did have 88 strikeouts over 72 innings, so he's got more than a strikeout per inning. So he's got strikeout stuff. What is his walk rate? Hold on, let me see what his walk rate was. 8.2. Actually, hold on. No, it was 13.7. That's tough. His K percentage, though, was almost 28. Again, he's a young guy. He's going to have to figure it out. Fly ball rate, 33%. Ground ball rate, 38, almost 39%. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. But he's 22 years old. All right? I mean, that's the way you got to look at it, too. The kid was only 22. Same thing with Kyle Harrison.
Yeah.
And Posey has faith in him. He's come out and said that. I don't know if that's a little bit of, what do you want to call it? A misdirection? Misdirection, maybe?
I think that's all he can. What are you going to say? I blew it. I didn't get the. Oh, we've got faith. I got faith is kind of Yeah, it's misdirection.
I hear you.
It's covering. It's covering up. And
I
Robert
don't like
Rockford
Hicks.
says, if young pitchers are effective, why can't we compete?
True.
I think
you're right.
Robert, you asked the same question that you asked our buddy Dan, and I got the same response. You're sprinkling fairy dust on it. You're wishing and you're hoping, and you shouldn't have to wish and hope 3 or 4 months before the season starts. We're not even at training camp. We're wishing and we're hoping and we're like praying. God, we're at the bedside, Eric, praying.
Well, I'll tell you what. In Robert's defense, he's saying if the young pitchers are effective, he's just saying he's not saying they're going to be. He says they're not going to. He's just saying if they're effective,
right?
Like no, they will compete. If they are effective, they will be competing.
Fairy dust, and let's hope that they become everything that I don't think they'll be. I think Eric, you're putting faith in Harrison, and you spent 3 months saying get him to put him in a package, get him the hell out of here. Why? Because you don't think he's going to lead us to any big season.
I tell you what.
Are you changing your tune?
No, I'll tell you what. I would love to trade Harrison. Absolutely. He's got potential, and he's right now he's one of your most valuable pieces that you could trade out there. The reason why I said you could trade him is because I thought we were going to get Corbin Burns, and I think we're in the running. Whether you like it or not, we're in the running. I don't care where the percentages are. You're on the running for Roki Sasaki. So if you're able to get those two pitchers, we missed on one. Then
you missed
I think
on
Harrison is
more of
the
the
guy that you
sure
trade.
thing to me. The more
now, since you missed on Corbin Burns, now you may need to have to hold on to Harrison.
You bring up a good point, and I think I know where you're going with it. You say Harrison is so valuable as a trade chip to us. I think he's more valuable as a trade chip than he is part of our rotation, Eric.
Yeah, he's young though. I'm not saying that
value is the trade.
Look, was I not
the
high
trade
on him?
should have been sign the pitcher, sign Burns, then it gives you leverage to go out and get back.
Yeah.
That with Harrison in a package deal. This fell apart. And Eric, again, we talked about 4 or 5 days ago. I went off on a little tear as usual. Angry Glenn showed up at Giant Sports Talk Live, and I talked about the price of players these days, and the chat almost at per nauseum were it's an investment, pay the player. So why didn't you give him $400 million and let him, it'll pay dividends, we'll make it back. It was an investment. At what point where is it, we overpaid, we wouldn't give the 2-year opt-out. Eric, at this point in baseball, 2024, 25, this is baseball, guy. Mm-hmm. You're going to miss on everybody. If you're not willing to give opt-outs, as much as you don't like it, deal with it. It's the way, or you're going to have nobody. You're going to miss on everybody. Swing and miss on everything. It's the new new way of baseball.
Yep.
Everybody's
you're right. You're right about that. You're 100% correct. What's up, Big Weezy?
Whoop, the phone's going off. Adapt or die.
Mom. Big Weezy says, don't forget Roop and Wizenhunt. Yeah, Roop. I like what Roop showed. I like what Roop's Wizenhunt needs some more time. I think at AAA, he wasn't exactly stellar. I think he had like a 5 ERA. Got to be careful with him. We'll see if they could work on him. And he's a little bit older in the tooth, so to speak, or longer in the tooth. Giants also have Wynn and Beck that can eat some, and they're innings eater. That's all they're really. Yeah. I like Roop. I do like Roop. That curveball is something else. And he's spotting that fastball pretty good. So, yeah, he's got more. Out of those three, I like Roop better than Wynn and Beck. But yes, absolutely. You got some guys out there that are depth pieces, no doubt about it. But what Johnny had to say, we needed Corbin Burns. I'm sorry. I know people don't want to hear about Corbin Burns. I get it. That ship has sailed. I get it. But there is some important stuff to this. Can't put this whole thing on Logan Webb yet. I agree. It's going to be a disaster. Yeah,
and a little something to follow up on what came in from Robert earlier about why can't we be competitive? I'll give you another answer is very similar to a lot of other responses to that very question. When Robert says, why can't we compete? Eric, the problem is if this is the way, dude, if this happens, I'll wave the white flag. If Roki Sasaki signs with San Diego, then you are trying to compete with the Padres with Sasaki, the Dodgers with Snell a whole lot more, and the Arizona Diamondbacks who scooped up the guy you wanted. So now you're trying to compete with three teams in your own division who got better pitching than you got. You lost out on everything, and that's where you're not going to be competitive within your own division. And where do you lose it, Eric? You lose it in your own division, because I think this is a 500, maybe a little above 500 team against the National League. Let's hope we are. We're not going to be a 500 team within our own division. It's going to screw us. Okay?
Your look. Today's scenario, right? If Sasaki goes to San Diego, kind of is. All right, just a little bit.
Then you're competing against three teams in your own division with better clubs. That's why we can't compete. Am I wrong, guys? If you play a little above 500 against National League competition, you think you're going to compete against the Padres, the Dodgers, and the Diamondbacks? I don't.
It's going to be tough. Don't get me wrong. It's going to be tough, but it is baseball. And you never know. Until the games are starting to be played, you just don't know. But on paper, right? On paper, it looks bleak, especially if Sasaki goes to the damn Padres. Do the Dodgers really need Sasaki? To be honest with you, really don't. They really don't need Sasaki with the rotation that they already have. Are they going to say no to him? Of course not.
If anybody needs him, it's us.
I know.
We needed Burns.
No, man.
Okay, Eric, it hasn't really come out, but do you think we were a little weak? Should we have been ultra aggressive on Burns?
Yes.
Ultra.
Yeah.
Pay him, overpay for Burns. Why? Because he's the best.
You got to overpay. And here's the deal. Look, this is what I'm trying to get to with this whole Corbin Burns thing. He was low-hanging fruit, man. For the San Francisco Giants, he was the low-hanging fruit. You should have been able to get done. And it makes me wonder if the San Francisco Giants got a little bit too overconfident and thinking that they were going to get Corbin Burns. Yep. I don't know if that – look, it's just me thinking. I don't know. I'm not saying I have any type of inside knowledge, not in any way, shape, or form, do I? But it just seems like they may have overplayed their hand just a little bit, thinking, hey, yeah, we got Corbin Burns in the bag, man. We got this. Yeah. Again, I said this last night. You had players out there actively trying to recruit for him. It just seemed like it made sense. He wanted to be on the West Coast. Mm-hmm. And it just seemed like that's the way it was going to go. Now, what the scary part is, Corbin Burns was not being approached by the Diamondbacks. Diamondbacks were nowhere to be talked about. Corbin Burns went to Arizona. Listen to me. And they said he went to Arizona late in the process. So what does that tell you? Arizona wasn't even on his radar when free agency first began.
It talks to me. He got tired of the...
Right. Let's talk about this. It tells me if he truly wanted to be an Arizona Diamondback, he would have been after them right off the rip when free agency began.
Yep.
They say he didn't go. He approached the Arizona Diamondbacks late in this offseason. So obviously he was not happy with what was going on between the Giants and the other teams. Something was amiss. And that speaks more to your failing in getting the guy you want to get, hopefully trying to wear him out, so to speak. And lo and behold, he zigs while everyone else is zagging. So he reaches out to Arizona.
Yep.
He wanted that opt-out. Yeah, but I'm sure there was other clubs out there offering opt-outs. I don't think it was just Arizona. It couldn't have been. Again, he reached out to Arizona. Arizona obliged him.
Senior, I'll give you credit. You were on top of that, man. But hey, give me a little credit. I said countless times leading up to that evening when Eric lost his freaking mind. I said the longer it went on, my fear was mystery team, Eric. Oh, yeah, I was scared. I said there's going to be somebody sneak in and snatch him away, and it happened.
And let's talk about this. So not only was he not happy with what the teams that were bidding on him, and he had to reach out to another team, he took a deal that was cheaper than Max Fried. Would you guys say Corbin Burns should have gotten a bigger contract than Max Fried? Max Fried got $218 million. Corbin Burns is getting $210.
It should have been the same or more. It
should have been more, right? Come on. We're talking about Corbin Burns and Max Fried. Corbin Burns is one of damn Cy Young.
Back to what I said a few minutes ago, Eric. If that 2-year opt-out was the be-all and end-all at the end of the day, why not? That's what you got it. If you wanted them, and that's what it took to get them, then you get them.
Yes, Senior. I was just going to go there. There's a lot of players who live in Arizona. Come on. Hey, TC, I'm not going after you. I'm just going to talk about what the reasoning. Home is in Arizona. Twins are on the way. We were never in it. If that's the case, how come he didn't sign with Arizona right off the rip? If that was his priority, why did he not just go and talk to Arizona and said, hey, I know you may not be in for starting pitching, but I got Twins on the way. How about we figure out a deal? Come on. I think that's a bunch of hokey.
It is because you know what, Eric? Then the Arizona Diamondbacks would be the elite Dodger-esque team every year, wouldn't they? Oh, we got to stay in our own backyard. They'd have the best of the best.
Come on. Look, man, you're getting paid a lot of money. Does it really matter that where you're playing? Come on, man.
You're making a living.
It's work.
At the end of the day, it's a job.
Thank you.
Work.
Thank you.
I get to stay in my own neighborhood. Eric.
Come on, dude.
That's like saying you want to work at the grocery store.
For me,
I work at the grocery store for less money next door. You go across town, man. You go where your career takes you.
Family or not family, but it doesn't pass the smell test. And I understand family is a priority. I get it. I understand. I totally get that. But you know what? Sometimes the job will take you elsewhere. It's just the nature of it, man. You can't do well when you're a free agent. You can pick and choose, but come on.
Life, Eric. That's life.
Yes, correct.
Come on, man.
And there was a lot of deferral money. $60 million worth of deferral money. 60. $10 million of each year of his contract is deferred.
Yeah, so it's not just opt-outs, Eric. It's also this deferral money. This is the new way of contracts for pitchers in Major League Baseball, isn't it? And players, for that matter.
Yeah, look, when you're let's be honest. I see people talking about the taxes. Let's be honest. When you're making that much type of money, you're figuring out loopholes. Come on, man. They're figuring it out. They got tax people who know exactly what to do, where they're not going to have to pay as many taxes as everyone else.
Because Eric, I think whoever's negotiating that contract says, all right, what do you want to earn? I want $200 million. Then you go to the team and say the tax rate. So we need 265. I think his taxes end up getting paid, man. You go for what? This got to pay.
This tax is
crap. You know what I said earlier?
It's crap.
It's life. It's life. Everybody pays taxes, Eric.
Yes, everybody pays taxes. And here's another thing. Like I said, when you're making that much money, you're going to have people who are taking care of that stuff for you.
Yes.
Like Ipe. No. Anyways, the Dodgers. Hold on. The Dodgers don't have a problem going out there throwing out a lot of money to free agents. They don't seem to have an issue, right? It always I always love where people would just want to go automatically. It's the state, it's the taxes, it's this. Look, ultimately it comes down to who's going to pay and who's not going to pay. And now in this day and age, now who's going to give me an opt out? Who's not going to give me an opt out? Who's going to defer money? Who's not going to defer money? Just saying.
If you sign a contract for $200 million, which sort of sounds modest in this day and age, but if you sign a contract for $200 million and you invest it wisely in the first 12 months, you paid your taxes, Eric.
Yeah.
I don't even want to hear anything about this anymore.
I hate that. Anyways, we're getting off the damn subject for now. I kind of want to stick on the pitching just for now. Yeah. So, I mean, what's going to happen? I don't know, man. Logan Webb's going to do. I think. Look, Robbie Ray is going to be fine. He's already recovered from his Tommy John. I'm sure that he's going to be fine. He's going to be the Robbie Ray of old. There should be no issue whatsoever.
Good point,
with Robbie Ray. So Logan Webb, Robbie Ray should be fine. Now we start getting. Look, after the second pitcher, this is where we start getting a little bit sideways. Jordan Hicks, his first few starts were okay, right? They were okay. But the longer as the season progressed, the worse it started getting. He just wasn't built up for it, man. And his innings, he was going, you're lucky if he was going 5 innings every outing. You just can't do that. You got to go out there and at least, come on, man. You got to go at least 6, right? That would be nice. Go at least 6. Then you got Birdsong and Harrison. Those guys are going to be the big question marks. Hicks, look, one thing for Hicks, he's been pitching in the major leagues for a very long time, so he understands how to pitch. The issue is, does he have the durability to be a starter? Setting him up for success. Where did he succeed? He always succeeded in the bullpen. You're doing some experimental stuff by putting him in the rotation. So look, Hicks is a good pitcher given that he's in his specific role. What's up, LD? Again, that's your third pitcher. And then, of course, you get into Harrison and Birdsong. Birdsong, I have a little bit more faith in. Showing off the gut.
I went old school baseball card today. Look at that. The originals.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah. The T206. Look at that, baby.
Yeah. Ty Cobb.
Got 2. Yeah, you could see. You can't miss that, Eric. Come on, man.
Yeah, I know.
Can't miss that.
Yeah, Hicks should be in the bullpen, man. That's where he would succeed. I don't want to see him in a rotation. And it was hard for me to put him in that starting rotation thumbnail because I got a feeling that's what it's going to be, man.
Do you remember the term I used to use over when you were at the other channel, NorCal, Eric? I used to use a term over there, and it describes exactly what I'm seeing this year already. The term I used to use with you guys, you and Dan, was this team is nothing but gimmicks, man.
Gimmicks.
Here we are again.
What's up, Eric?
Let's move bullpen pitchers to starters, and you know what? We'll move our first baseman to DH and get a full-time first baseman who can't hit. And gimmicks, Eric. Gimmicks.
Well, that's one thing that Buster Posey isn't. Now, Farhan was about the gimmicks. We all understand that. Buster Posey, not so much.
Oh, I think moving your starter to the bullpen and then bullpen pitcher back to starter. This is reeking of gimmick to me.
Hey, Alex, welcome to the fandom of Giants baseball. Oh my God.
We're grim most nights. Come on, Alex. If you haven't figured that out by now, we are the epitome, the epitome of dread, doom, gloom.
Oh,
we haven't had much.
But anyways,
yeah,
that's again starting rotation, guys. It's average, right? And we'll say that, right? Currently, as it stands, as you like to say, Glenn, on December 29th, 2024, the rotation, the probable, the possible, whatever you want to call, it's average.
Average at best. That's why I say we're not a 500 team. We'll chase it. I don't think we're a 500 team.
It's going to be tough.
Billy Scott. Do I take that as a compliment? Billy Scott says, as a Dodger fan, I like Glenn.
Oh,
man.
God.
Welcome.
Well, there you go.
Welcome.
There you go.
Taylor says our bullpen should be nasty. Your thoughts, Eric? It's decent. A decent bullpen. I'd much rather see.
Bullpen is going to be fantastic. Taylor Jenkins, bullpen is going to be fine. I like our bullpen. I have no fear with the bull. But that being said, Taylor, that bullpen could easily get blown up if it gets overused, man. If you got starters who aren't going at least 5, at least a few days in a row, that bullpen is going to get decimated, and then it loses its effectiveness. That's why you got to have a good starting rotation, man. Again, they all work together
effectively, because I didn't think our manager effectively used the bullpen at times last year, Eric. I thought there were some strange bullpen moves.
Yeah, it was weird. It was weird. Okay, really, Callie Capone says, do you think Sandy from the Marlins could be had? We have pieces and he's an ace. Would you, what say you, Chad? You know what? Let's do a poll. Why not, man?
If there's something to be excited about, at least Senior says 43 days, Eric.
I know, dude. It's right around the corner.
Pitchers and catchers, a little over a month. Come on. We got about 2 weeks, and we find out where Rocky's going to go.
Yep.
Pending that drags out, but we should know in a couple of weeks. And then we're a month out of training camp, Eric.
That's nuts, man. It's gonna be here before you know.
Bring it on, baby. Bring it. That'll juice up the show, man.
Ooh, are we gonna have to go there, man? We may have to go there.
Juice it up. Man.
What's up, Liam? Heard Sandy won't be traded. Won't be traded, huh?
LD.
What's up, LD?
LD, everybody's got their opinion. LD says this is a better team than last season when we won 80 games. The pitching staff's worse than last year.
Is it worse or is it the same? I would say it's the same. It's the same.
How's it the same?
It's identical.
You lost Snell.
Stop with the Snell. Come on, man. We got to stop with the Snell.
I'm just getting going with the Snell.
No, you got to stop.
No, let me do this again. Snell. So this pitching staff.
No, it doesn't matter. Snell didn't do shit. Didn't do shit for the club except for the last 2 months of the season. That's it. 2 months means nothing.
Okay, guys. Disregard everything Eric said about going and getting Bo Bichette. You had a bad year last year, so it's over. It's done. It's over. He had a bad year. It's over. We can't get him. You had a bad year. Can't get him. Get him off the radar. It's terrible.
It's the same. It's the same. It's the identical rotation minus Snell.
You're the only one who says that, Eric. I watched 8 different channels talking baseball.
No, there is. Trust me. Hey, guys, those of you who watched the Giants play last year, especially with Blake Snell in the first half of the season, Snell didn't do jack shit. He had a 7 ERA in July. Come on.
Which means our pitching staff is worse this year than it was in 24.
No, it's the same.
You can't argue.
It's the same.
I think it deserves a poll.
I got a poll out there right now about Sandy Alcantara, then we'll come into it. Snell didn't do nothing. The first half of the season, he cost us games. He was absolutely horrendous the first half of the season. Yes, look, I see it. I'm seeing it in the chat. He didn't do shit. There you go. Taylor Jenkins, 12 ERA in 11 starts to begin the season. You know what that's doing? That sucks. He didn't do shit.
Mike Yastrzemski batted .080 for the first 48 days of the season. Why the hell's he back then?
He's because of arbitration. That's why. It's different. That's why.
Why is he back? You didn't have to re-sign a player that sucks that bad, Eric.
Because that's what you're going to pay anyway. Any team's going to pay that amount.
See, that's why we stink.
That's the problem.
That's why we suck. Well, that's what you got to pay.
This is the problem.
Player. What? Okay, so throw a crappy player.
That's just the way it is. That's the way that the game is. When the guys are in arbitration, he's going to get the same whether he's playing for the Dodgers or for the Giants. So when you're in arbitration, they're going to the arbiter or the mediator is going to say this is what that player is deserving, and boom, that's what they give. The Giants aren't going to pay above what they would get in arbitration. They're
know
not.
what? I see it in the chat. There's people who agree with you. There's people who agree with me.
I'm telling you, man. Snell, look at the numbers.
They're like,
look at the numbers. Look at the numbers. Snell did not do jack shit. He was horrible. He was a train wreck, man. Thanks, TC.
So why would
you, man.
Why would you sign Bo Bichette and come on the show and say, well, he had an off year last year. Wait till, he's career 290 hitter.
I understand.
Snell is not a career what we saw 2024 pitcher.
I understand that. I'm talking. You can't what I'm doing is I'm comparing him from last year, and that he wasn't as effective. Because think about it. The first half of the season,
that's exactly why we should let him go. If he's
didn't want him,
bad, Eric,
they didn't want him
back, and that's why you know what? That's why the LA Dodgers gobbled him up, baby.
And yes, exactly, Liam. Snell destroyed our bullpen early in the season. Absolutely.
And Mark saying Snell cost us the season. He didn't cost you the season.
He cost a lot of losses. He
didn't sign him till the season started, Eric.
Whose fault is that?
The San Francisco Giants.
Who else?
The Giants.
No, who else? Who else is to blame for that? Snell. You got to put some onus on him.
Snell can sign whatever he wants. The Giants
exactly. He decided to wait. Right? He decided to wait. He wanted to wait until whatever team's going to pay him the most. He could have gone and signed somewhere else for cheap. That's up to him, man.
You can't shit on him for signing late.
I sure
can. Problem. He can sign when he wants.
It's his fault. Now,
then you shouldn't have signed him.
And I agree with that. Farhan shouldn't have signed him.
You should have brought him back for this year. Guys, it's okay. It's okay. I'm going to give up
talking about last year
because hey, we got Hicks next year. It's okay. We got Hicks.
That's
Don't
not
worry
the point
about it.
I'm making.
We got Hicks. It's okay.
The point I'm making is the rotation is going to be damn near identical as it was last year, minus Snell. And I don't think Ray in the rotation is going to be as shitty as Snell was in the beginning of the season last year.
It's going to be, yeah. Okay, I totally agree.
Right?
2025 will be maybe something.
The first half of the season should be better.
But at best, I think it's the same. But there lies the problem, Eric. You bring back Snell, we're a hell of a lot better than last year with a full year of Snell this year.
Possibly. That's possible.
Yeah.
But they didn't like him for whatever reason.
Snell like it. Oh, if we bring back Snell in 2025, we're only going to get 4 months out of him, and he's
that's not what I'm saying.
Half of the season. No. Why did the LA Dodgers sign him, Eric?
Why?
Because he's a Cy Young caliber pitcher.
Okay. Did you ever think that he doesn't want to play in San Francisco?
Half and issues. He was hurt, Eric.
Did you ever think
signed late? Didn't have a spring training. A lot of factors.
And don't you think maybe
he didn't sabotage the team? He played well in the second half when he got going.
Who gives a shit? There you go. I want to sign a pitcher that only plays one good half of the season. There you go. The reason why is he didn't want to be a damn Giant. The only
so you should have. Eric, you hear what you're saying?
That he didn't want to be a Giant.
Guys,
he didn't want to be a Giant, man.
Lee, he only played for 30 days, so it shouldn't have signed him.
It's not what I'm saying.
Bad signing. He only played 30
It's not what
games.
I'm saying.
It is what you're saying. It is what you're saying. Oh, the guy got hurt, had a bad year. Oh my God, it's gloom and doom. We should never have signed him. He sabotaged. Are you saying Jung-Hoo sabotaged our season?
No, what? What are you talking about?
Are you saying that Jung-Hoo Lee sabotaged our year? Because he only played for 30 days.
I never said Snell sabotaged.
A lot of guys in the chat are, so
I'm not
directing it there.
The hell, man, I'm not.
I'm looking at you, but I'm directing it there.
No, I'm not. No, he didn't. No, there's no sabotage.
That was the term they used. He sabotaged our season.
The only reason why he came to the San Francisco Giants is because no one else was paying him, and Farhan was stupid enough to give this guy $30 million. Period. Stupid. It was stupid to give him $30 million. And guess what? You know what he did? He goes, ha ha, I got my $30 million and I'm getting the hell out of here.
There you go, droopy nuts. Snell sabotaged his own season.
Absolutely, he did.
So that's why we should have freaking had him signed and brought him back this year.
Why? He didn't want to be here. He didn't want to be here. He's a free agent. No one's got a gun to his
He doesn't
head.
want to sign him. Same with
He
Burns.
doesn't want to be here.
Want to be here.
He didn't want to be here. He obviously wanted to be somewhere else. No one has a gun to these guys' heads that are free agents.
What is Grand Admiral saying? Glenn, have me still blocked. We see your comment. You're
no,
right
I
here.
see you, man.
Jesus.
I see you. You're not blocked.
Oh, these guys. Do they know what's going on?
No, you're not blocked, dude. You're good.
Yeah, neither did Burns. So, yeah, Paul, he could have opted in, but you know what? He's a smart dude. Where'd he go? The Dodgers.
That's fine.
Everybody, where it's like dreamland. We're fantasy land, Eric. We're fantasy land. The Dodgers are dreamland.
Okay.
Right?
Let's see how he does, and we'll see how he does in LA.
I'm getting shakes of the head from all the
Here we go.
studio audience.
Eric's argument is Ray will pitch better than Snell from April to June. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to say. Because last year, Snell was a big zero from April to June, even to the beginning.
Wait a second. All right, I'm not going to argue.
It's true.
I question anybody's knowledge of baseball. If you're comparing bad year aside. Well, we got Hicks. Who would want Snell? We got Hicks. Come on. You want the best pitchers available there.
Oh, absolutely. I'm just saying Ray is going to be. Look, what I'm saying is, let's think about this. In the beginning of the season, was Hicks good?
He was decent.
He was.
I wouldn't say
he was
great.
Decent to good. He was decent to good.
Early a lot. I mean,
He was decent to good. Talk about Hicks. Snell was atrocious, right?
What happened to Hicks, guys? What happened?
He just got wore out. That's what happened.
He pitched 5 innings. Next start, 4 1/3. Next inning, next game, 4 innings. His arm fell off by July.
I know, right? Exactly. We said that. We said it was going to happen. What I'm saying, this is what I'm trying to say. If you just listen to me, the beginning of the season last year got off to a pretty bad start because of way Blake Snell was pitching. Ray is now taking his spot. And I think Ray is going to be better than Snell was last year in the beginning of the season. That's why I think the team is going to be 500, maybe a little bit better if no one shits the bed. If Ray plays up to his expectations, the Giants are going to be fine. Now, the big question mark is going to be Birdsong and Harrison. Hicks will be fine until the middle of the season. After that, he may get fatigued.
Hey, you can't argue with us. Snell had a 1-inning start. A 1-inning start, Eric.
I remember that.
So did I believe every pitcher that the San Francisco Giants threw up there. I said, so did every. What was the shortest start?
From a Giant last year?
The shortest start might have been Snell, actually.
It was Snell.
The shortest start for Webb last year. What was his shortest start?
I think he went 2.
Well, there you go. So you're arguing like pennies with it. Oh, a 1-inning start. He sucks. Well,
I think he had one where he went 2.
So we have another pitcher who went 2, and another pitcher who went 2 2/3. Eric, a lot of bullshit last year.
But here's the problem.
And to say he only had a 1-inning start. Who threw the freaking no-hitter last year?
But
you want to start that argument? Well, you had a 1-inning
that's fantastic.
start.
Yeah, it was
no-hitter,
awesome.
Eric.
It's awesome. No, that was awesome. But what I'm saying is that 1-inning start came in the middle of when Snell was absolutely atrocious. It wasn't like it wasn't a one-off. He was bad from April until July. He was bad. Webb had one bad game, and then the next game he was better. It was a one-off. It happens. Just saying, man. Let me check my poll. 61 votes, 71% say yes, they would like to trade for Sandy Alcantara. 30% say no, get rid of that one. Good. All right, cool. Not too bad. Not too bad. Yeah, I wouldn't mind. Would you mind trading for Sandy Alcantara, even though he's coming off of Tommy John? Yes, he did, JB. I think he had a complete game shutout, right? I think Webb had a complete game shutout. So what do you think?
Thanks, Alex. Appreciate that, buddy. But Alex is my cut man. He's in my corner. Love that. Appreciate that. I gotta have a cut man. I gotta have a cut man, Eric.
The reason why he's backing you is because the Dodgers signed Blake Snell, so he's got your back. Right, Alex? You can't slander a Dodger. You can't slander a Dodger, so you got to be in Glenn's corner. Come on, Alex.
Well, if he's taking that approach, then he knows.
On,
hey,
man.
we fleeced Major League Baseball. Look who we got.
Come on.
I just think it's absolute lunacy, silly. If you say Blake Snell and Jordan Hicks in the same sentence, it doesn't compute with me. It doesn't compute.
Okay.
If you got a healthy Snell, okay, this would have been year 2, Eric, a full season, a healthy Cy Young candidate Snell, and you're even talking about, but he was injured half of last year. Well, we got Hicks, so that's good, and Ray's going to be better. Eric, this San Francisco Giants team heading to 2025 is a hell of a lot better with a Snell in the lineup than not in the lineup.
I would agree with that. That I'm not debating.
That's all I'm saying.
I'm not debating.
That's all I'm saying.
I'm not debating.
All I'm saying.
What I'm saying is the Giants ain't going to be worse off than they were. That's what I'm trying to say. That's why I think the Giants are going to be around 500 currently constructed.
So you think they'll be no better or no worse?
Yeah, because they were pretty much 500 last year. 2 games under. That's basically right around 500. So that's probably where the Giants
we're getting somewhere. We're working it out. See, we're Eric, we're talking it out.
Okay, here, let's talk about this. I want to talk about Sandy Alcantara. Do you think if he's able to be gotten, would you trade for him? When did he have his Tommy John? Gosh dang it. Someone look that up. I don't want to look it up, man.
Are we going to be the team with more? If you've had Tommy John, send your agent over to the Giants. We can at least talk.
Well, there's a lot of look. Tommy John isn't the end all be all. It depends on when you're signing that said pitcher. If you're signing him 6 months after Tommy John, well, then that's just stupid.
Hey, and sometimes you bounce back,
rusty nail.
No,
that's what I'm talking about, baby.
You don't know. Look at Ohtani. He had the Tommy John. He went in again under the knife, Eric. You don't know, man.
Michi, Tommy John, that's not a death blow. It's not like an ACL, so to speak. Look, a lot of pitchers out there had Tommy Johns, and they've gone on to have successful careers afterwards.
But you don't know. You don't know, Eric. Once you start knifing around, man, you don't know.
There you go, Daniel. 50% of the pitchers in an All-Star game have had Tommy John, yeah. We got to talk about this because if you're able to trade for a pitcher, who would you like to try to trade for? That's what I'm trying to get at. Sandy Alcantara could be a guy you could try to get. Luis Castillo supposedly is out there. Giants love trading with Seattle. I know Jorge Lopez, right? Jorge Lopez is out there.
Have you done enough research, Eric? I don't feel to sit here tonight and argue with the chatter yourself about who we should sign. I have to sit down off air for an hour and kind of look at who we could trade for. I don't want to just throw lob grenades here, man. I'd like to do not a scientific review, but I'd like to look an in-depth look at who we could possibly get, who we could trade for. There's got to be a way to trade and upgrade, Eric.
Okay.
We've been talking about trading all those young players.
Pablo, sorry, did I say Jorge? Pablo.
Matos, maybe it means trading those guys for a pitcher.
Okay, here we go. CJ, if you suck for half the year, Eric doesn't want you. I didn't say that. It's not the point I was making, CJ. CJ, what I'm trying to say is the Giants in 2025 will be better off than they were in the first half of 2024 because Blake
CJ.
Snell sucked. That's
CJ,
all
that's
I'm
rough.
saying. That's all
rough.
I'm saying. I
That's
never
rough.
said I didn't want him. I'm saying the Giants will be better in the first half of 2025 than they were in 2024. That's it. That's all I'm trying to make.
Possibly. Could be.
Yes.
Could
Christopher Navarro, $5. What's up? Would Glenn cut his hair as short as Eric's if the Dodgers signed Roki Sasaki?
Ain't happening. We just talked about that today, Eric.
There you go.
Hey, B.
There you go.
Which country did they mandate you had to cut your hair? South Korea? What year? Yeah, some kind of martial law or something. We were at the museum, the Asian Museum today, Eric.
Mm.
And in like the early 70s, it didn't matter where you were from, who you were, if you were male, you had military cut.
Mm.
Well, I'm looking at the board and there's like 25 people around. I'm like, shit. Well, wouldn't see me there.
Rather, I could be.
You fit right in, Eric. Look at your do. You look like a chia pet, for God's sake. Look at me. I got the flow going, man. You ain't touching this with no razor.
If the Giants sign Roki Sasaki, how about that?
I
If the
couldn't
Giants
be in the military anyway, I wouldn't last till noon.
I tell you what, if the Giants sign Roki Sasaki, you got to get a high and tight.
Nope.
If Roki Sasaki signs with the Giants, I'm going to hear it. How confident are you? You said it's 1%, right? So you have nothing to fear. So if the Giants sign Roki Sasaki, you got to get a high and tight.
No, I don't.
Come on, dude.
I'm not doing it.
Come on.
This is non-negotiable. I'm not negotiating. No.
Come,
Hey, Al. Hey, Al Wong's here. Al. Hey, Al.
Come on.
Al, don't ask. I'm not
It
getting
would be huge for ratings. Come on.
It might be, but it would suck. It would suck. You ever see a soldier who loses an arm in the war, Eric? Oh, I'd be twirling nothing. There'd be nothing there. Dude, it takes, and look at my age. Do you know how long it takes to grow it back?
Oh, come on.
I'm 18 when it just fume, it grows like a weed. Nope. Nope.
You can't
Ain't
cut
happening.
the skullet.
Ain't happening,
on,
boys.
Man.
Ain't happening. Ain't happening.
Come
All right,
on
to our next topic.
Okay, so I said Santana or Alcantara. Would you take Alcantara?
I know, Al, but that seems to be the talk. Come on.
Would you take you haven't even answered it. Would you take Alcantara for a trade? Kid special.
I'd think about it. What's the review?
You want to take a look at what he's done?
No, what is it coming in on our
it was 70% said yes, 30% said no, 60 votes.
Well, we need somebody. Is he the best of what's available to us right now? We got to get something.
I don't know about that. Look, I don't know when he's going to pay. When did he have his Tommy John? Someone look that up for me, please. $5. Christopher, he's dropping the money. Man, he must be rich.
If Roki Sasaki signs with San Francisco, will you shave your head? Now we're talking.
Come on, man. Live during the show? No, I ain't gonna be live during the show.
Shave it. Go bald, Eric. You don't have a whole lot there.
No, I don't.
Go bald?
Only if you do too. Come on.
Sorry, Christopher.
Come on, man.
None of that. Nope.
It's a team effort.
Nope. I'll be on sick leave. I'll be on sick leave.
October of 2020.
By then.
Okay. So by the time the season starts, he's going to be how many? Let's see. So he's going to be a year and 4 months when spring training starts. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. He may be, yeah. I mean, you're talking a year and a half. A year, that's usually right around where you want to be when you come back from Tommy John. Ray, he came back just over a year. I think he came back at his 13-month mark.
That's what we should be doing. We got to liven up the day. Eric, so if Roki signs with the Giants and I cut it off, right? I'm not going to shave in my head, but
gone.
This will all go. And this is short, man. For me, this is pretty damn short, but it's still not going. But what's on the flip side? So if he doesn't sign with the Giants, he signs anywhere. What am I seeing out of the deal from you? What are you doing?
Not a damn thing.
See? Well, then, like, what are we talking about here? Guys. Daniel,
take one for
Daniel
the team.
Taking one for the team.
Take one
I
for
ain't
the team.
taking nothing for the team, baby. Take one for the team.
Okay, what other options out there for pitching, man? Another poll question.
I don't know, man.
Another poll question. Is this really going to be the starting rotation, or is there another pitcher added?
Toronto, 63-93. He's in on, he says we should get Nick Pivetta. Flaherty, 3 for $35 million. From Uncle Ted. I don't know. Well, we could have had Sagano.
There, another poll. There we go. Another poll.
Sagano, boys. Could have had him. Where's
Nick
he go?
Pivetta? I say no. I say no to Nick Pivetta. I saw his numbers here. Let's take a look.
Rich Hill, dear God.
Oh, God. Come on,
hey,
man.
wait a sec. Too low for Flaherty, Vince? Right now, Flaherty don't have no home.
Look, Flaherty has got good numbers. The issue I have is when you're with 4 teams in 3 years. No, 2 years. 4 teams in 2 years.
Wasn't he with 3 last year alone?
3 last year alone, yes.
So, hey, Ryan. Welcome in.
Who's out there?
Ryan.
Which one? Producer?
Producer.
What's up, dude? I can't see. I'm in StatHead.
Yeah, producer's in. Mitt Lab.
What's up, dude?
Mitt Lab says, why don't we just bring Bumgarner back from retirement? Couldn't do worse.
Let's try this. Tell me what you guys think.
Hey, good call. Niner Empire says, you know what? Sagano is one of the greatest could-have-beens in our team history.
Oh, shit.
Could-have-beens, you mean. I was all over it. I wanted them to sign him. What a feel-good story, Eric.
Wow.
Guy who pitches like 700 ball and you...
Oh, shit. Wow.
And if he had gone to the Miami Marlins or the Pittsburgh
Wow.
Pirates or somewhere else and was decent, there wouldn't be a story. But he goes to the Baltimore freaking Orioles, Eric. I think there's something to be said for that. The Orioles they go, if he's good, we want him. So, guys, we'll see what happens. That's why I'm excited for the start of this year already. I can't wait. This is great. We have fun every night. But, Eric, don't you miss game night reviews, talking baseball?
Yeah, I know, dude.
I do anyway.
I know.
Guys, wait till, if you're new to the show, wait till opening day. Eric and I do a huge opening day. I'll be down the street. I'm going to be doing the show from over at Oracle Park with Eric. And I'm going to try to get Skaters to join me. I think Skaters will come on, do a live show over at Oracle. Can't wait for opening day, man. We're going to be set up. Got the banner ready. I can't wait. First live show.
Producer Ryan led me astray in my football survivor league.
Oh, who did you pick?
He gave you.
I think Dan was down to like the final half a dozen.
Really?
Yeah, that's the word on the street, man. Word on the street was in that survivor pool, Dan was down to like the elite. Not the frozen 4, but maybe like the elite 8.
Damn.
Something went awry, did it?
Okay, look at these numbers, guys.
Maybe worse than my Rutgers Knights. Jesus.
Both of these guys are starting pitchers. Games, 83, 129. Innings pitched.
Eric tries to fool us with the old hit.
Yeah, buddy. Final 20 out of 8,000. Holy shit.
Oh, the final 20. I thought you were the top
Damn.
10.
Did you get it? Do you get any money or is it just get the hell out of
He
here?
gets a little coin, but
Damn, dude.
not what it could have been. But anyway, that's not bad. Give him credit. And I
that's
give Dan
freaking
credit
awesome.
in our fantasy league last year. He took the worst.
That's pretty damn
team,
awesome.
Worst to
Okay.
first. So
Okay, focus.
I helped
Focus.
with that. I should get a participation award.
Here we go. 420 innings pitched on the left, 623 innings pitched on the right. I don't care about the freaking win-loss. ERA 3.8, 4.3. ERA plus 105, 102. Even. Strikeouts, much more on the left or the right. 705 to 460. K percentage, almost 27. Oh, 125. At least you get something. At least you get something, Dan. God, that 10,000, man. Woo.
Eric, I like the left. I'd go with the left.
K percentage, again, it's almost 26 to almost 27. Look at the walks. Again, the reason why the one looks more on the right, because he has more innings pitched. Remember, he's got nearly 200 innings pitched more on the right. Their walk percentage is about the same. What?
He gets 125.
Which guy would you rather have, guys? Guy on the right pitches more innings. That's the main difference, says Niner Empire. What do you think? What the hell? What pulled
I'm going with the guy on the left, Eric.
No.
Okay.
Guy at the left?
Yeah.
You would go with the guy on the anyone else? Left or right? Just say left or right. LR. Make it easy, man.
I like the
Don't look at the winning. Please, guys. If you want to be in my good graces, C. Davis, don't pay attention to win-loss.
Who's on the right?
Right.
Blake Snell.
Left. Right.
Maybe I should
Left.
be going right, but I'll go left.
Boy, feels like I'm calling Canes. Left. Your left. Left, right. What's the whips? I don't know their whips. This is Stathead doesn't give whips.
Johnny's left.
Left.
Who the hell's Rusty Nail?
Right.
Rusty Nail's going
left. By the way, guys, this is over the last 4 years. 2021 to 2024. Right has
As
a 9
usual.
WAR, says Uncle Ted. Yeah.
As usual, the chatty. Yeah, it's always down the middle, Eric. You got rights and lefts.
Toronto, no, this is hard.
Danny's sneaking in with right.
Right.
Josh was in with right.
Right, left.
I'd say
there's
I'd
a
say it's
lot,
pretty,
man. Holy
it's pretty
shit,
heavy
man.
on left, Eric. Pretty heavy on the left.
This
right now.
this is pretty damn interesting. I like the guy on the right myself,
I like left.
but you ain't get Will go on the right. Okay, I'll tell you why I like the guy on the right. I'll tell you what I like the innings pitched.
Jeez,
Even though
this is like the
ERA
presidential election, they came in heavy with the lefts. The lefts were killing.
I'll go with the middle.
Right. What happened here?
Dan is going to go with the middle because it's just like the
Jesus,
Hey,
the
look
polling
at this.
machine suspicious here.
All right, here we go.
What do
This-
we got? Flaherty and Pavetta. I like Flaherty then.
I did not know Nick Pavetta was that good.
Jolly old.
Or
St.
is that
Nicholas.
saying that good? Whip is the only true stat. Okay, you want to know what their whips are? I'll go find their whips.
There you go. One way or
That's
the other, we
interesting.
need to get another pitcher.
That's
And
interesting.
if it's a trade, we got to get something done, boys. Flaherty, you could still say Eric
Jack Flaherty's
guys are saying
career
he's
whip. Hold on.
expensive.
His
Guys are
career
saying he's
whip.
expensive, but he doesn't have a home.
His career whip is 1.182. Jack Flaherty. 1.182. Let's look up Nick Pavetta. Nick Pavetta's career whip is 1.31. But last year he had a 1.1. And you know what? Where is Nick Pavetta from? Glenn, where is Nick Pavetta from?
When you Google it,
Victoria,
British Columbia.
Canada. Correct. Pavetta is not worth the picks. Does Nick Pavetta have a qualifying offer. Don't even say he has a qualifying offer.
Does
Does he have a qualifying offer? If Nick Pivetta has a qualifying offer, then hell with it.
And the Giants won't want it.
Nick Pivetta has a qualifier. Get the hell. Get out of here, man.
I guess it's
gone.
Flaherty then.
He gone. He gone.
Grab some. Get
out of here,
finally.
man. Get out of here. Ain't dealing with no qualifying offer for Nick Pivetta.
No.
Nick Pivetta?
How's the coffee going, Eric? How's your coffee tonight?
Gonna have to warm that son of a gun up here in a minute.
You want to warm it up? I just want to remind you, it's that time of the night, Eric. You want to warm it up now?
What are you trying to do, man? You trying to mess with me? Trying to talk behind my
No,
back?
because it is that time in the show that we all have come to know and maybe not love, but I have to remind you that tonight's show is brought to you by Duxwell Printing for all your printing needs in the Bay Area. Lefties in Burlingame, where you can get all of the finest merch, autographs, cards, rookie cards, Giants, Sharks, Valkyrie, Warriors, Niners, everything. And they even get guests. So you can give them a call or go to their website. You'll find out who is signing autographs at the store. They got meet and greets. Will Clark, Buster Posey. Who else did they have? The Freak was there. The best sports card shop in the Bay Area, hands down. Genesis Gold, IRA.com, proud sponsor of the show. We support signatures for soldiers, so in turn, they support us. And, of course, we wouldn't be here on the air if it wasn't for BetterCreditCards.com. And a shout-out to John and Heidi at BetterCreditCards.com.
What can I say that I haven't already said about BetterCreditCards.com? It's a website. You go there to get a better credit card. Okay, that's really probably all I need to say for most of you, but I still have time left, so how about this? At BetterCreditCards.com, we have different kinds of credit cards, some with better points and perks, some designed to help you build your credit. Whatever stage of life you happen to be in, we want to help. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
There you go. So thank you to John, proud sponsor with BetterCreditCards.com. Do us a favor, head over and check out his website. That's all it takes. And it's important to support when you can. If you're in the Bay Area, support the sponsors who help support us. Sonny Gray's name came up in the show.
I'm seeing it
yesterday too, Eric. And you and I were a no on Sonny Gray.
So you wanted to go Sonny Gray. Sonny Gray is actually decent, guys.
He's
I was
decent,
looking at
but
we're gonna go Jack Flaherty and Sonny Gray, right? Is that what the deal is here?
You know what happened, Eric? With all these good players, when you get the hopes up here, everything else seems so petty. Sonny Gray.
Now, question: Sonny Gray, you're going to have to trade for, right? Correct.
Yeah, but we're pretty damn close to that's the only way we're gonna get a pitcher, Eric. We're getting close to that's maybe soon the only way to
check that out. It's pretty good, man.
Eh?
That's actually pretty damn good.
Look at those strikeout totals. Yeah, the walks are about.
Walks are good. Look, he's over a full percentage point less. He's more of a pitcher.
Strikes out 25% of the batters.
That's good. Look at his ERA plus 125. That's huge.
Ate a lot of innings. Basically, look, he covered a lot of green there. A lot of green grass covered.
How many more years? Hold on.
You know who'll end up getting him? The Anaheim Angels.
I don't know. Here, let me see.
They are on a mission, man. The Angels are on a
Sonny
mission.
Gray. Ooh, look at that. 25-26, and he has an opt-out. Is that a club opt-out? I think that's a club opt-out in 27, I think.
PMG. You're nuts. Ooh. Yaz, they ain't trading Gray for Yaz and Wilmer. Sorry.
That ain't happening, man. You can't look. You're gonna have to give something up to probably get.
You're kidding yourself.
Not those two guys ain't getting it done to get Sonny
Don't
Gray.
keep
You
thinking.
got control.
You're a Giant fan thinking that, oh my God, our trade bait is so valuable to all these teams when it really isn't. Not for a Sonny Gray.
Armand is saying Gray is staying with the Cards for now. Could be traded at the deadline.
Could be.
Yeah, I don't know what the Cardinals are doing, to be honest with you. I have no idea.
This year.
Are they trying to they're trying to they're trying to shop Arenado, aren't they?
Uncle Ted says, go get lefty sluggers. Well, that's all well and fine, but if we don't have pitching, it doesn't really freaking matter. That's what Platinum Blonde says. It doesn't really matter.
I like that Sonny Gray, though. Again, it depends on
looks good.
What you have to give up with for the St. Louis Cardinals.
PMG says, Glenn, I think you could sell the Cardinals on Wilmer. I don't want him to go. Although I did come in strong the other night and say, if we're going to win, Eric, you got to move Wilmer. You got to do something about first base.
Ooh.
Next year.
Cards are unloading payroll. They have issues with their global regional sports network. That's the same. The San Diego Padres are in that same boat.
Yeah.
I'm got not by the short and curlies, man.
Guys, but I did say, many of you argued with me. When you come into this chat and you say, hey, all of these teams rely on the big TV money. Dude, we're in an era now where half of the teams aren't going to have TV deals, Eric.
Yeah, I know.
And we don't know in 10 years from now if there'll even be cable TV packages, Eric. Everything's going digital. And you know the problem with digital? They're struggling, baby. Because you know why? People can find a way to get it for nothing.
I'm telling you that's why these TV deals are freaking. You see how much the Dodgers are getting paid? $8 billion,
right?
Dude.
But if you come in here and say we could sign this player because the TV deal is going to pay with it, dude, there may not be such a thing as TV deals in a decade.
Ooh.
And I argue with everybody who says, yeah, but they'll go digital. They'll still be, you can buy online packages and TV digital, your MLB package. Eric, we're becoming an age when all that stuff can't be found. I can go on YouTube, guys. You want to listen to a Giants game? You can go on YouTube and find the Giants game and listen instead of subscribing to SiriusXM. There are guys playing the game. I don't know how they get away with it, but you can find it on YouTube. It's out there. Everything is out there, and the platforms, Eric, are becoming free of charge. I'd be scared if I was relying on TV money, dude, for anything. TV cable companies are in shambles, dude.
Dan, question: did you use the baseball trade values website? Because I think you might be able to get it done. Well,
oh, I'm sorry, Eric. Oop, can you bring that up? I was just looking at my he says MLB TV rules. Get it free with T-Mobile. Well, there's another case. You get it free, right? You get it free.
You did use the baseball trade values. What was it? Hey, what was it showing? Was it a big surplus? Here, I can bring it up. I'll bring it up. But look at this. You want to compare Jack Flaherty?
And maybe they'd be after but they're always looking for young guys like Grant McCray, aren't they?
Look at that. Holy shit. Look at that.
I know.
46 for Sandy. And I know Harrison's like at 31, right? Ooh. You could trade Walker Martin though, PMG. You could trade him because you got Willie Adames.
He's pretty close to a strikeout an inning, Eric. And look at the innings he's pitched.
And that's Sandy. That's Sandy not pitching at all.
Wow.
In 20. Oh, no. No, he pitched a little bit in 23. That's freaking amazing. I don't know, Alex. I know I've heard people talking about that he may be available. Oh, man.
Guys have been talking about
You
him.
got Gabe
on fire tonight.
Kapler. You got Gabe Kapler, man. Call him up, man. Hey, buddy. Do me a favor. Come on.
We'll get you a hat.
Yeah. Well, hey, we'll find a Marlins hat for you.
Throw in a hat.
Okay, I got to look at this baseball.
A hat and a cheeseburger on the house.
Let's check this out, guys.
17 mil.
Dan said he did this over there. I got to check this out.
Oh, yeah, move over here. There you go. Grab a
Get
soda.
outta here. Oh, did I just get out of here? Yeah.
Oh, Marcus, I see you there. We'll get to you as soon as we can.
Yeah, I see it there. Yeah,
Hang
yeah.
in there. Hang in there, pal. Not
We're all over the place right now.
yeah, we're not ignoring you. We got a lot on the go. We got people who are talking with us and to us and at us in the chat. So hang in there, bud.
Who else? You said? I think you said you threw in Walker Martin.
What was it?
And
Harrison.
then who was the other guy? Who was the other one?
McRae.
There was a third guy. Who was the third guy?
McRae.
McRae. Okay. Yeah, he's way down here. I
McRae.
don't think he's. Yeah,
You
he's
just had him on the screen.
McRae.
I was just looking right at him, right
There
there.
he is. Ooh, boy. Availability is low, but you never know. That's why you got to blow them away, right? Let's see. Ooh.
Boom.
You may have to throw in another
I
guy.
was just gonna say you got to throw in another body, buddy. You got to throw in somebody else. That's too close. For
I mean, it's still an overpay.
You're gonna have to wow them. Yeah. Christopher.
Oof.
Oh, hang on, Christopher. I'll be right back.
Would you throw in a Carson Wisenhunt? Maybe a Carson Wisenhunt. Throw that in there too as well. Might have to throw in a Wisenhunt. That's a 4-for-1. Whew. Again, you're going to have to do that because you're getting 2 years of control. That will 100% get it done, I think. Right?
Where's he at?
Or even Mason.
better.
Oh, Mason. Yeah, you could throw in Mason.
Jesus. Harrison and Wisenhunt? Ooh, now you're cooking, Eric.
You might be able to get away, to be honest with you, you might be able to get away with Mason Black.
Oh. Interesting.
Did I miss him? And then you get rid of
Christopher Navarro in the chat. I don't want
Man.
to bring this out,
Man.
but for you, Christopher.
Yeah, you don't want to give up both lefties. I see what you're saying, Dan. That makes sense.
There you go, Christopher. I broke it out. It's Eric's favorite hat that I own. It's my ears kind of topple, but there you go. It's my there's my LA Dodger Mickey Mouse.
That is the most
night.
atrocious looking freaking giveaway I've ever seen in my life.
I remember looking a year ago at this time when they announced that we were first of all against the Dodgers of all team, Eric, and we're going to have Mickey Mouse hat night of all teams, not the Marlins or the White Sox, but we're going to have Mickey Mouse hat night against the Dodgers at Oracle Park. And I got my hat, and you know what? I don't wear it. I'll go back to
You're going to have to pay a lot, Senior, because he's got 2 years of control.
Fanatics hat.
Can you do Miyagi and Roki Sasaki? No, because they haven't played in a major league, so they're not in stat head. They might be in Baseball Reference, maybe.
Michi, you never know. If you can get a package together that really intrigues them. It's not like they're going anywhere.
People are saying Casey. I don't know if you're going to. I don't think Casey, unfortunately, doesn't have very much value.
Nah, he's in no value, Eric. But if you could unload him, go ahead. Who said that?
3.2. So he's right around with Mason Black. He'll right below Mason Black. There you go.
Christopher Navarro likes the Mickey Mouse hat. Come on. Oh, I don't like the Mickey Mouse. That is for show and not wearing.
Yeah, exactly. 2 years of control, and that third year is a club option. So yeah, you're gonna have to give up a lot to get him.
And you know how much we feel that club control is important, Eric.
It is important.
You've won me
100% it
over
is.
on all club controls. Club controls.
Because you just don't want to get a guy and then he's gone in a year.
And guys,
So you're gonna and look, I would take all that damn money too, man.
guys, we've been talking this show is predominantly about pitching. What the hell's better than 6 years of control for Roki Sasaki?
Bro,
6 years, guys.
I tell you what.
And you get him on a dime, Eric. You get him on a dime.
Roki Sasaki, dude.
You get him.
That one is
Dime.
honestly, if
Maybe I should shave the head. Well, cut the hair for a Sasaki. I can't even say
a
it.
Sasaki would be
A Sasaki signing.
A Sasaki would be absolutely incredible. Okay,
I'll
who
lose
is
my
the other one?
I'll forget about Burns. I'll do a 180. I'll forget about Burns in a hurry.
Let me see if I can find
I'll show Buster
Hyoru.
some love.
What the hell was his name?
Who? What are you talking about?
Yeah, see, I can't even. They're not even coming up. I don't know how the hell to find their stats. The Japanese pitchers that they're talking about. Let me kill this vote. What do we got here? Will the Giants add another starting pitcher? 59% say yes. 41% say no.
They've got to. They've got to, Eric.
Right? They got to, right? They got to add. Look, I understand Buster Posey's coming out there and saying he likes his young arms. I get it.
Yeah, but
He never said
Even face.
He never said they weren't going to try to get another pitcher, though.
But in the same, Eric, you got to be careful. Got to be careful. After the whole Burns fiasco, I don't want to be out there just chasing something, Eric, for the sake of chasing it. And, you know, we talked about that the other night. You don't want the San Francisco Giants to become a team that's just out there trying to get a deal done for the sake of getting a deal done. You don't want desperation acts. Don't want desperation moves.
No, Buster Posey doesn't strike me as a guy that's going to do that, right?
That is a desperation move, in my opinion.
Oh, no. Stop with the Verlander and Scherzer talk, guys.
What, you think that's a good move?
Stop.
Oh, you're yelling at the... Yeah, okay. I think that's a desperation move. Can we not agree, Eric?
That's a desperation. Oh,
good Lord.
You know what I did see, though? I don't know how much truth is to it. It's MLB trade rumors. The Giants were in on Gleyber Torres.
Hey, Dan, as usual, I took a lot of heat on my decision-making over here. What were your thoughts on Sagano? Not enough risk reward for a guy who's about an 16-4 record. Is he too old for the age and the numbers? Did they not compute for you? Would you have signed him to a contract? Because as I stated on the show, even again tonight, a lot of people poo-pooed on that. But then it wasn't Pittsburgh and it wasn't Miami. And it wasn't who signed him? The freaking Baltimore Orioles. There's a team who's in it to win it. They've got a good window right now, Eric. And who went out and got Sagano? The Baltimore Orioles, man. They aren't messing around. So, should the Giants have shown more interest?
Hey, you had some support there. He would have taken a flyer on him. Could have been as good as Alex Cobb at 35. So he would have been serviceable.
I think it was, I think, Dan, is it safe to say in any aspect of building or rebuilding the San Francisco team, you got to get creative. If you're not going to throw out the money, you got to get creative. And that would have been a creative move, in my opinion.
But the problem is it's 1 year, though. That's it.
Sign him for a couple of years, Eric. What's this 1 year?
Because there's no guarantee. Dude,
give him 2 years, no opt-outs. How about that? We're all happy. Come on.
Sounds. I hate to say it. It sounds a little Farhanish to me. Just saying. Just sounds a little
See,
Farhanish to me.
Dan, see what I have to work with every night over here.
Oh, he knows, man. He knows.
I didn't mean. Hey, I just. Oh, you know what? Let's just. I didn't mean that. That was.
He knows how I am, man.
Spoke. Forget it.
He knows exactly who I am, man.
that was unintentional. Let's just move on. Hey, Marcus, is he actually in here? Marcus, you there, buddy?
I am, yeah. I had to do some vocal warm-ups before coming on. So.
La 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 la.
Are you yodeling?
Hey, real quick, let's talk about it because I forgot to even mention this. Josh Bell, who cares, right?
Who cares, man?
Josh Bell was not on my radar at all.
No, not at all.
No, his ship has sailed.
And about the Glaber Torres thing, I mean, he signed for what was it, 1 year, $15 million? Is that right?
Yeah.
How you feeling today, Marcus? How you doing, buddy?
It's been a long week. Well,
You sound a little nasally.
I ate a Thai chili, and that caused my sinuses to,
Oh, so I'm not alone. Look, they give me pills. Look, Eric, you drop it, you never find it. This is supposed to be the cure, and I'm still hoping, man. But I don't know. What are you taking? Marcus?
Just drinking a lot of water. No, it was literally because I ate a Thai chili.
Because he ate a chili. He's not
just caused my, everything to get congested.
Oh, I think the Thai chili might cure me. After the show tonight, I'm taking on Eric's advice. We went out earlier tonight, Eric. We got the big. We bought one, disposable. We got the big pot, and we're gonna put the Vicks vapor into the hot.
There you go.
I'm gonna put the towel over.
It's gonna work, guaranteed.
I hope so.
You get some Tiger Balm and rub it on your chest before you go to sleep.
There you
go,
I
like man. That too. I like that. But Eric's high on putting the Vicks, the greasy Vicks into the water and boiling it up.
It'll get you done, man.
I've seen it in the movies.
All my Hispanic friends say that their family's cure-all is just Vicks vapor rub.
Either that or what is it? Put a fish around your neck. You're supposed to put a dead mackerel in a sock and tie it around your neck.
What are you talking about,
dude? Right about now, I'm on YouTube looking for any kind of thing.
A dead mackerel around your neck.
A mackerel in a sock. You put the mackerel in a sock and then you tie it up around your neck, and it's supposed to be so pungent it just clears your sinuses once and it won't return. It's just like. I haven't been able to find dead mackerel everywhere I look.
What are we talking about, man? Guys, hey.
It is what it is.
Just a disclaimer. We do not give medical advice. Do not hang a dead mackerel in a sock around your neck, please. For the love of God, don't do that. All right.
Well, you never know.
Someone say, yeah. Dan says chilies open up parts of his body, but it isn't his sinuses. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Okay, real quick, guys, let's put a kibosh on this. I see this a lot, almost every day. Trevor Bauer is not going to play for the major leagues. It's not going to happen.
It's not happening.
It's not happening.
The only person that might do it is the A's.
Trevor Bauer will not play for any.
It's a shame, though, Eric. It's a shame. That's a societal norm now that we live.
He's not going to sign with any team. The Giants aren't being cheap if they don't try to sign Trevor Bauer.
I don't think. Wait a second.
Hold on. Let me finish.
I think you should actually revoke that statement and say it's not that he won't sign with anybody. It's no one is going to sign him.
It has nothing to do with the charges, Victor. Nothing. Everything to do with
teams.
He's got issues with MLB. And it probably has to do with the sticky stuff. Has nothing to do with any of the charges against him in any way, shape, or form. There is just an issue between Major League Baseball and Trevor Bauer. We don't know the entire story. We may never know the entire story. So don't even consider Trevor Bauer. And again, it has nothing to do with the Giants.
He was a bit of a dumpster fire before that.
I mean, look,
he was trouble. He would have been Eric. Isn't he a cancer? on your bench and in the
what
box,
I've heard. It's
he
what I've
is
heard.
trouble.
Yeah, maybe. It's just that, he's offered to play for league minimum, and no team, including the Oakland A's, who are basically completely, estranged from the MLB community, has decided they will sign him. So if nobody's going to sign him, it's not because it's not because of whatever it is, him being cleared of all charges. None of that matters. It's that they are not willing to go on the bad side of the MLB, and
Right.
he's not
I'm
coming.
surprised the union hasn't gotten involved at that point then, because all you have to do is claim collusion.
He's probably not part of the union anymore.
He's not part of the union anymore.
I thought you maintain a union status for.
I don't
I'll
know.
look it
He
up.
still has no contract.
10 years you're under.
He
it's the
has
same
no
with-
contract.
Same with like a pension.
Okay.
You played and you have still.
You only get a pension if you play for 10 years. Did he play for 10 years?
How many years did he play?
I don't think he's played.
so.
Look it up. I guarantee he hasn't played 10
Trevor
years.
Bauer's going to sign the day that Wander Franco signs. That's,
Yeah. And that's another thing. It's the same
Well,
thing. Have you noticed Luis Urias? Nowhere to be seen either. I know he's still got issues as far as legal.
I'm not going to
ramifications.
say it's fair. I don't know. I don't know all the details. I'm not involved in the
Jesus,
process.
Eric, his numbers in the majors were good. Holy crap!
If you could, if you could
Doesn't matter.
transmigrate his skill into some other person and like have that person play, like that would be great. But it's too late, man.
He gets
it's too
mentioned,
late.
Eric. 10 full seasons in the majors.
Yeah, he hasn't played 10 full seasons.
He has.
How many years has he played?
10 seasons. Former Cy Young winner Trevor Bauer continues to make a case for returning. He spent 10 years in the big leagues with, and it goes on, Arizona, Diamondbacks, Cleveland, Cincinnati, and the Dodgers.
Arizona, he only played 4 games. So 2 of those years that he played in the majors, quote unquote, were only 4-game seasons.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, maybe that doesn't.
I
Maybe it's
don't
like
know.
more
Does it
than
go
one
by years or does it go by games? I don't know. Good question.
game. Maybe if you play 1 game and it counts as 1 year. I don't know. Because there's weird rules.
Honestly,
with,
I don't know
rookie-
how that works with their union, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I have no idea.
You know what? At the end of the day, guy's a freaking million. He made $28 million just in 21 alone, dude. If
He's
I was
making money off
if
social
I was
media too.
purged from baseball with $21 million in the account, so be it.
No,
So
no,
be
not
it.
Arias. Louis, I'm talking about Urias,
I take
the guy that used to pitch for the Dodgers. I know he had domestic stuff going on. Anyways, I'm done talking about Trevor Bauer. It's not going to happen, man.
Yeah,
That's just
The dead fish.
If you're witnessing this discussion right now and bring up Trevor Bauer again, you're done. I'm gonna find you.
We just talked about Vicks. Bernice walked in. She goes,
That's what I'm sorry.
I smell
Julio Urias. I said
"I smell
Luis.
Vicks."
Thank you, Hiroku. It's Julio. Urias.
Julio.
Yeah, he's got issues too. Who knows if he'll ever pitch again as well?
Man, I was out at a bar at 11 p.m. What was it, Saturday?
What bar did you go to?
I was out in the Mission at this bar called Trick Dog.
Trick Dog. Do you know Trick Dog? The only place I go, see, at my age, I don't go out much. You're out running the roads. I go. Have you ever heard of the Cat Club?
The Cat Club?
Yeah,
No,
the
I've
new
never
wave
heard of
bar.
Never heard of the Cat Club.
All right. Well, you young people, I can't keep up with you. So what happened at the club? What happened down to club?
Well, I get this notification on my phone that says Corbin Burns signs with the Diamondbacks. and I'm just,
Did you tune in? Did you tune
Eric!
in?
I was at the bar and it was really loud and I just screamed the F word like as loud as possible.
Oh, not you too. Eric, bring it up. Bring it up, Eric. Marcus, are you ready?
No.
Oh, that is
Corbin
great.
Facts, guys. Oh shit!
That was me at the bar.
Oh shit! God, Corbin Burns to the D-backs. John Heyman.
That's so good.
Marcus, I was out on the road. I tuned in like 2 minutes before.
No! After 2 years.
You covered it all, Eric. Up, down, down, through here.
That's full coverage with the
Eric
siren.
with the one-liners.
It is.
Boom, boom, boom. I think there's another shit coming.
There's a son of a bitch.
Yep.
I can't believe it, dude. Son of a bitch, dude. There you go.
That was
And
classic.
there you go.
It's so good. It's so good.
I was
And
getting.
And if you pay really close attention, Vince was in the chat and Dilly was here. Dilly went silent. We didn't even know if he was alive. And Vince is just like,
Oh no.
oh.
Oh man, it was fun. Marcus, I was getting ready to shut it down. I had Dilly in there, I had Vince, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna get ready. And I looked at my phone and I see John Heyman, and I was like, no way. And then the rest is history.
Yeah. And I was over in Walnut Creek. So I get home, come on the show. It ended up going 5 hours.
I think when I got home finally,
Wild.
I think I caught some of the Glenn stream, but I was dead tired at that point. So
It was wild. And boy, people were in the chat. They were hot and heavy. They were humming that night, man. There were a lot of pissed off Giant fans.
But
Yeah,
you know what?
Perfect
This is
timing, man. I did. Hey, just luck of the draw, man.
The best news for the
You
people
call
that want Pete Alonso.
Vince, don't remind me.
Is Alonso really going to come to the Giants? I can't see that one. I just
Look,
can't.
I think that the Giants would benefit from having someone able to hit 30 home runs
A
for the
dinger?
first time since 2004 was it? So I've liked Pete Alonso, and I think that he's missed 24 games in the last 6 seasons. Isn't that a crazy stat? He's missed 24 games. He doesn't, he's not playing a super demanding position, but
Night, Christopher.
he hits home runs and he plays every game. That's a showman right there.
I know you're a Giants guy. We still love you.
Dodgers.
Or Dodgers, yeah. Appreciate you, though. Appreciate you. Well, maybe we can win them over. You never know. We keep trying.
You never know.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Benji in a while. Where the hell's Benji been to?
Somebody said after that fateful night, Dilly's been on the missing list.
No, he was here in the beginning. I saw him in the very beginning.
Was he tonight?
He was
As
in the
soon as
pre-
you say
Hey,
Pete Alonso, there'll be a sighting in 2 minutes.
he's unlike
someone
us.
say-
He has a life.
I think he's got some kind of an AI setup. As soon as we say Pete Alonso, he gets a notification. Hello?
But anyways, back to what you were saying about Alonso, Marcus.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna actually, if you overlay his home runs over Oracle Park, not only are most of his home runs in, he also gets a lot of home runs because we have a shorter center field than a lot of places.
Mm-hmm.
So he might hit more home runs. I mean, obviously wishful thinking, but it would be nice to see.
Are you concerned with his declining numbers?
Yeah, of course, right? Like with power hitters, some of them age really gracefully, but some of them don't. And he's definitely going to be a DH after a year or two. So,
Yeah.
They definitely have some concerns there, but I think ultimately we're paying for a product. We're paying to field a team that's fun to watch. And I think that Alonso is good for that.
Yeah, I know. And
It's
I debate that
painful.
because I want to win.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
I want to win. And Dan, that's classic. I love that clip on YouTube. Hi, I'm Al, and I hit dingers. Oh, man. That shit is great. It's been a while since I've done MHC. Hey, Alex, I might have to do one sometime this week. I might have to do one some. Man, I've been lacking. I've been slacking over there on MHC. There's so much to talk about, man. So much to talk about.
Almost too much.
I don't like Santander, actually.
See, and and people look. I think people, with President Carter passing, I'm probably doing this week, but there's so much going on out there in the world. It's just between
Too much.
I don't want to get it on here. Whatever.
Don't
Yeah.
pull a Tommy D on us. Is Tommy? Keep Tommy away from this.
I mean,
from the internet.
Whew, there's a lot going on.
You gotta
Anyways,
come on. Actually,
Santander, is it because his agent isn't one Scott Boras? Is that what the fascination seems to be on some? Now, don't get me wrong, he's got an okay bat. He doesn't strike out, but he does pop out a lot to the infield. A lot.
Yeah. No,
You know,
he's good at making contact.
Mostly to be a DH, or is he? I guess he's serviceable in the outfield, right?
Yeah, they think that he'll be a right field upgrade over Yaz or
in Oracle Park, though, right field in Oracle. I can't see that.
I'm not sure. I mean, I don't like Santander because I feel like he makes a lot of bad contact.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A lot of pop-ups, right?
Yeah, a lot of pop-outs. It's not like Arise, who makes a lot of weak contact. It's that he hits it hard, but it's, with bad angles, and that leads to a lot of outs. So even though his contact rate's so high, his on base isn't actually that high.
I don't know if you can argue Arise numbers speak for themselves.
Well, it depends on what numbers you're looking at. It's like if you're looking at his batting average,
you get a guy who bats like 330, 340. Dude, that is that is beyond elite in this day of baseball, when all of a sudden
it's just a different game.
Hitting 230 seems to be the norm.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you are
110 above that,
there's something romantic about having a high batting average.
I think don't get me wrong. Romantic. I think it just means you're damn good.
But I don't think that
good Ryan
baseball has all to be about that. Like it's scoring runs.
Yeah, but if you're batting 320, listen, at the end of the day, if you bat 333, you're batting a third, you're getting on base a third of the time, you're driving in more runs, you're scoring more runs, you're on base more. You get a guy who's batting that at, dude, I just wish, how did the San Diego Padres, that Preller, man, I like what
he's shrewd. He's shrewd.
Absolutely. If you look at Arise's on base percentage was pretty good. It was 346, right? But there's other players with better on base percentage. I mean, you said it. Getting on base is really important, and I agree. I agree. Getting on base is really important. But there are players that get on base a lot more than Luis Arraez because he doesn't take a walk.
Right. Quick. I like what Ball Boy's saying here. Don't you guys think Santander is like a Soler 2.0?
Oh, yeah, big time.
Right? That's the feeling I get. That's the feeling.
What happens now, Eric? We haven't revisited the fact that it is December the 29th. We're a few days out of New Year's, buddy.
Ooh, speaking of which.
And what happens if this is it? Have we even thought, what if this is it, Eric? What if there are no more moves? What if there's nothing else? What are we doing then?
Man, if this is it, then,
that reminds me of Huey Lewis in the News. If this is it. Remember that song?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll need a new drug. Holy cow. Dude, I was thinking about that on the Caltrain today on my trip downtown.
Huey Lewis in the News?
I was singing it. I had him on the headphones. But I was thinking to myself, if this is it, what are we? Oh. Nobody's talking about that. Holy cow. What is people's thoughts on that?
I think that, the young guys are really going to have to step up, and that next offseason, we're really going to have to make some impactful signings if they don't.
Yeah.
I mean, we have a lot of young guys who are question marks on the roster, right? We have a lot of really young players who have yet to prove themselves at the big league level, or have had flashes of brilliance, but we haven't seen them play a full season. I mean, Kyle Harrison's stuff throughout the minors, he had elite strikeout rates, and whatever Brian Price did to the guy, I don't know what happened.
Hey Marcus, Eric made a comment earlier tonight, and I wanted to dive into it. Might be a good topic for a portion of a show down the road. Early in the show, Eric, you said something about the Giants. If they have an opportunity to pick up a quality pitcher, signing or probably a trade, they got to go out and do it. But then to have Buster Posey come in and say, that's it. Like, are we taking him at his face value? And he's saying, That's it. I'm off on the pitch. We're off on the pitching now. We're off on the pitching. We've done our pitching maneuvers. So what do, man? You want him to go out and make the deal if it's there, but he's telling you he's done.
Yeah, I mean,
he's put himself in an awkward position there, I think, by making that statement, Eric.
I think he's trusting that whatever guy he's brought in, who was it? JP, whatever pitching coach he's brought in.
JP Martinez.
He's trusting that he can lead the guys in a better direction than Brian Price did.
Yes.
That's what he's saying. He's saying he's trusting the young guys, and he's trusting his new pitching coach.
Do you trust them?
I don't know enough about them.
I don't know.
How are you feeling? How are you feeling? You know, it's been a bone of contention among the chat, Eric and I. What do you think of the assignments? 1 to 5 so far, and what we expect to enter the season with. What do you think?
I think Hicks to start the year last year was an excellent pitcher. He had like a 140, 150 ERA plus or something in his first few starts. Like he was really good to start the year, and he fell off. Okay. We have Ray, who is now further removed from his Tommy John, who had a flash of brilliance after that rocky first inning against the Dodgers. Remember in his debut, he threw.
I remember that was a rough first
five. He hit two batters and then walked 2 batters.
Yes,
and allowed no hits over 5 runs. I mean, 5
innings. Yeah,
5 innings. Yeah. That showed that he has something going on. But clearly he didn't hold it together, right?
Remember that game well. That was if memory serves me correct. Not only was that the game that you're outlining, but I believe our shortstop had just signed with the Dodgers and made his debut against us that evening.
Hit a home run or something, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I do not feel that scared about the first half of the season. It's that. Fair? I feel like because of the young guys who don't necessarily have the stamina for a full season, or the guys who are coming off of injury and etc., then you'll see them start to break down later on. That's the fear. The fear is that they won't hold up. It's not that opening day will be a disaster. I think if we field this team on opening day, we're a competitive ball club for the first few games of the season. It's really when the season goes long and there's wear on the arms and people are tired. That's when the experience really matters. And when people start to figure you out, it's like, it's you can come into the season with great stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff that's people haven't seen before. It's that other teams are going to analyze your pitches. They're going to analyze your hitting. They're going to come up with plans against you. That's when it gets scary.
Yeah, not just that too, Mark, is you can come out and play above average. Maybe the Giants come out in 25 and play and get above average pitching. But once those they call it the dog days of August.
That's when it gets tough. Yeah, of course.
Thin.
I mean, that's when I'm concerned. So that's why
what happened with Hicks last year, right?
Yeah,
Man, his arm fell off early, didn't it?
He had 70 good innings in him or something like that, 70 or 80 good innings in him. And then it was just south from there.
Wasteland.
Yeah. So that's why I think I don't really want to make big trades to start off the season, because your young guys will be good. Your young guys will be good early. That's when they're gonna be good. It's later on in the season that they're the big question mark.
And I'm not going to get into an argument with you guys over it again, but you're talking about not quite getting half a season out of a guy like Hicks. But then the same talk, guys will say, well, we only got half a season out of Snell. So I'd still rather have Snell than Hicks.
I mean, here's the thing. If someone sucks in the second half, you can bench them and replace them with someone else. It's a lot easier to do that than if someone sucks in the first half. You're just putting them out there, waiting for them to be a punching bag, hoping they'll shape up. That's kind of the issue. If someone falls off, you can plan around that. When someone sucks in the first half, it's really hard to plan around that.
Because
first half when all your guys are,
fresh.
Yeah, exactly. Your guys are fresh. and you're relying on them to be good. And the second half is when you have to get crafty, you have more bullpen games, etc. So when someone like Snell, you're paying
What's up, buddy?
so much money. You're paying so much money, and the first half is also helps determine what you do at the trade deadline. So when your team is not winning at the trade deadline, you're less incentivized to make big moves to improve your roster to make sure you get over the hump. So that's kind of why. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go for it. Finish your thought. Go for it.
That's why I was really disappointed with Snell's, because his performance dragged us in the first half and then made it so that it was difficult for us to make moves at the deadline to really improve our roster, with guarantees that we'll make the playoffs. And then the refusal to trade him, it was all a disaster. It was just all a disaster.
I tell you what, you make a great point, Marcus, because it segues exactly what Ibrahim is saying. You're talking about wanting to put a roster together, right? Like he says right here, you're paying Chapman and Adames for the first 3 to 4 years of that deal, right?
Right.
Doing nothing else, waste one of those precious years. And it's a shame if the Giants don't do anything else. It doesn't make sense. And I'm telling you, I've been talking to so many people. I'm texting everyone I can. And I'm like, I cannot wrap my head around how you start off the season so good, right? Should I say so good?
I mean,
maybe that's because we don't know.
Chapman.
You extended Chapman. Okay. How do you make moves in extending Chapman and then going out and signing Willie Adames and then just totally whiff on the most important guy in Corbin Burns? And to me, I don't understand what the hell happened there.
I mean, Posey must not,
There's something, and for them to just sit there and say, we're not going to do, but to be honest with you, Buster Posey never came out and said they wouldn't add another arm. He never said that. All he has said is he believes in the young arms. Did he say they're not going to get a starting pitcher? No, he never said that. He never said that.
It's true.
So maybe there's something still in the works. I hope there is, because it doesn't make sense for Buster Posey to sign over $300 million worth of contract in 2 players and then say, all right, we're done. It does, because more needs to be done. Now,
we're still
that being said, look, I don't expect everything to get done in 1 year either. But I would have been okay if you sat there and you say you sign Willie Adames and you sign Corbin Burns. I would say, okay, that's a decent offseason. Because next year you could do more, because your pitching is going to be somewhat in place. And then all you got to do is focus on a bat next year. If you get Roki Sasaki, man, that's just the cherry on top.
Yeah.
Now you're cooking.
We have some guys in the pipeline, right? We have Beck and Roop and Black and Wisenhunt. So it's possible that they're going to run with young guys early, and then when they get gassed, replace them with the other young guys later. So that could be their plan too, that they have this wealth of
because of Beck and Wynn and Roop, right,
young unproven starting pitching, and to cycle them out with each other in order to get them all some big league innings, and then decide from there what to do.
Marcus, I want to reiterate on something I said to Eric earlier this show, and it's been gnawing at me since Burns did sign. I don't know how long you've been with us tonight, but earlier in the show, I made the point of saying that I think the Giants could be maybe a tick above 500 this coming season. Maybe outside of their division. But when you have lost, given up on, whatever terms you want to use, Burns goes to Arizona, and then you've got Snell, now a Dodger, and if Roki goes to the Padres, these are all pitchers you wanted, or I had hoped. Some guys are off on Snell, some guys didn't want. Maybe there were other ways to look at it, but Snell, Burns, Sasaki, possibly not in our lineup. And where are they? They're playing for teams at that point that you've got to beat, who I think we will not play 500 against, who aren't just dealing with those particular pitchers, have excellent staffs. So then That is my concern, why I don't think this could be a 500 ball club. You're going to have to beat some elite teams, and you've lost those key pitchers to the teams you got to beat. I just don't see this being a success story.
The National League this year is absolutely lethal. We can all, we can all see that. The National League has been signing a huge percentage of the best free agents and trading for a lot of the best free agents, or trading for a lot of the best players. So it's scary. There's a lot of great National League teams out there. And yeah, we were sort of relying on signing a big free agent pitcher in order to immediately feel like we're ready.
Thanks, MitLab. Feeling the love. Appreciate you.
So yeah, I think against the National League at large, I think we're definitely above 500 team. But you're right. In the division, we're not looking so hot right now, and we'll need some breakout performances by young players or to make another big signing or trade.
Yeah. So what I'm saying, Marcus, is if you are slightly above 500 and you go, there you go, we've made headway, we're above 500 against all these teams, and then you tank in your own division, then you are brought down to a level where you're not even playing 500. I think they're going to get hurt. I think they're going to get burned against this competition so let's say they play 500 against Colorado. The rest of the division should be able to eat us for lunch.
Colorado, we're going to do better than 500 against Colorado.
You think?
Look, Colorado's gotten. I'm pretty sure Colorado's just gotten worse somehow, right? Like,
you remember? Don't forget. For the most part, there is the Chicago White Sox were a bit of an anomaly, but the worst teams in baseball win 40% of their games.
Yeah,
the worst. That's the thing about baseball. A successful ball player hits 300. So you strike out 7 times, but you got 3 hits, and that makes you a success story. Same in baseball with the teams that stink. They suck. They still win 60 games a year, right?
Yeah. No, I just think that
I think it's the National League West that kills us. I think losing the pitching within our own division kills us. That will definitely hurt a lot.
We have lot of empty salary space still.
Yeah.
So
what's up, Eric?
Hopefully
Welcome to the show. Welcome in, Eric.
No kidding. Dan made a great point. Wouldn't be surprised if Bobby Evans advised Buzzer not to go more than 5 years on Burns with how they got burned by signing Cueto and Schmarja. That could be. He may have been getting advice from him.
That was a good attempt on Jeff Smarja.
But I tell you what, yeah, I know.
Spelling.
But the problem with that is everyone kind of saw that he was going to get more than 5. Otherwise, you're not going to be in the running of it, right?
It's possible that they're just like, all right, well, we're not going to go to free agency to find pitchers.
Right.
Our strength is developing pitchers.
But they had to be, because you don't have Logan Webb go on a podcast talking about, talking to Corbin Burns. You don't have Willie Adames going on KBR talking about, I'm calling Corbin Burns. So obviously they were giving the full court press, but they weren't so much with the contract.
Yeah, I don't know. Susan Slusser said they didn't make the biggest offer. Burns said some stuff about.
She's got some stuff out there that's been a little bit
shaky.
I don't know. Yeah, whatever.
Vince, whatever. This pisses me off, Vince. Not that you say this, but that this is what we're up against. Vince says the Giants need to swing big next year. No excuses. Eric, that is an habitual statement I'm hearing every year. Wait till next year. Got to go big next year, Eric. It's the same story year after year to me.
Mm-hmm.
Next year.
And don't forget, Vince. Other than you're looking at about 2 players. It's a 2-man tag team next year for your top talent. We're not moving into a 2026 where there's going to be all kinds of great talent available in free agency. And 27 could even be worse. Eric and I looked at it a couple of months ago, but there wasn't much. It's sort of going downhill over the next 2 to 3 years, Eric.
Especially with all these players signing big, long contracts.
This was the year. And we got one guy, Eric.
And to be honest with you, this year isn't all that plentiful. Not like it was years past.
Jesus. So I know where you're coming from, Vince, but dude, you can't. I'm tired of that excuse. Got to go big next year, Eric. That next year seems to never come, man.
Well, here's the deal. There is a difference between this year and next year. And you know what that is? And again, you gotta look at it. It sucks, I know, but it's the CBT. They're gonna have a lot more money available next year to go bigger than they did this year. What's up, Will? I tell you what, I got a poll out there. Glenn doesn't know I put this poll out there. It's gonna be a little surprise.
Should they have signed Sagano?
How many people would watch a Giant Sports Talk Live New Year's Eve show?
Oh, I think it's going to come in high at like 85%.
Close, like 81, 82, 81% so far.
Dude, they cannot get enough of Glenn.
So I'm thinking of, do you want to do a New Year's show? Maybe start it a little bit later?
Oh, later? I want to do it earlier.
No, I'm talking about ringing in the new year right here on Giant Sports Talk Live, dude.
Dude, I got shit to do, man.
Well, you get shit done. I can hang out.
I got to work, man. We're doing the special Saturday night dance party in the New Year's. I'll be on the air, man. I'm working.
That's fine. I'll cover it on here.
Wait a sec. You're the guy who came into me 2-3 weeks ago, said, that's it. 1 hour shows. I can't keep working all these. And then you want to work New Year's Eve at midnight. What did your wife say about this? She's all in?
Good question. There's
the quote of the night. I love it, Eric.
Question.
I love it. Oh, my God. That's the quote of the week. What does your wife think? Good.
I was thinking maybe start it at 10 o'clock and we go and ring in the new year, man.
I think he's nuts. I got to work. There's fireworks.
Instead of,
my God. I mean, I'm not.
Hey,
midnight. I like to be in bed. I'm an old guy. I'm not up at like running the roads at midnight. Well, I am.
What are you talking about? It's your Pacific time, dude.
New Year's, dude.
Well, I'll do that. I'll tell you what.
I don't know, man.
I'll do it. We'll ring in the new year right here on freaking.
I thought we were gonna do. See, I thought we were gonna do like a 4 o'clock to 6 to 5 o'clock show, like
for
we
New Year's Eve. What's that? Come on, New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve is not about the San Francisco Giants woes and the bullshit we got to put up with next year. I don't know, Eric. I'll drop by. I'll start the show with you, but I got stuff to do. I can't be hanging out with you clowns on New Year's Eve.
Hey, by the way, guys, just so you know, for the record, I did not call the chat clowns.
I did.
That was this guy over here.
Oh, I did.
You guys, I could see you guys friends. Friends of the show. You guys are not clowns to me, guys.
Eric's sucking up.
Do a top 10 best moments of 2020. Oh,
guys,
geez.
I'm excited for not New Year's Eve. I'm excited for tomorrow night to find out what Eric's wife really had to say. That is what I'm excited about. I'm only joking. You guys aren't clowns, just some of the time.
Holy cow. Dan says the A's future is brighter than the Giants.
Wow.
That is absurd. They haven't even broken ground on a stadium in Las Vegas. When do you think they're going to go to Las Vegas?
But I'll tell you one thing.
Major League Baseball wants it to happen, it seems.
One thing about the A's, arguably they have a little bit of a deeper lineup.
Al.
Pitching is a little suspect, right?
Al's mad at me.
But we'll see. Who knows where the hell they go?
That's a little crazy.
I'm not going to even talk about location. I'm just going to talk about the construction of the A's. They got a decent team, man.
Team?
Their team is decent. It's just they need some pitching, man. Right? They hit.
Guys in our chat saying there are guys in the Oakland A's that are.
If I'm not mistaken, I think they were right up there in home runs, right? Or something.
They had 2 players.
There are guys that consistently, the names come up in our chat. Guys are all like trade for Rooker. They got a pretty young catcher. They're after the catcher. They're after Rooker.
Why would you want
Rooker? Who's that other kid?
The right fielder.
Lawrence Butler.
Butler. Yeah.
I like what I saw from him over the call.
Yeah, I like Brent Rooker and Lawrence Butler, and I think Shea Langoliers is definitely a big league ready starting.
Well, there you go, Marcus. If you got Langoliers in a deal where you thought you were also, if you could be in a multiplayer deal and you got Langoliers, see, this is what's fun about this. If you got Langoliers in a multiplayer trade and it made your team, in your opinion, better, would you give up the catcher we have now?
I almost cursed just now. No,
You wouldn't.
Look, Patrick Bailey is the best defensive
Can't give up
catcher.
Patrick
He's the
Bailey.
best defensive player in all of baseball. There's no way I would give up Patrick Bailey in a million years.
Really?
Because his value is the glove.
His value is just like, he is just an absurd player. Like you watch the games of baseball and you see his pop. You see his pop time. You see the back picks. You see the framing. He is just an all-time elite defensive catcher. I think he will go down.
Cool.
I think he'll go down in history similar to Yadier Molina. That guy is crazy good.
Really?
This guy's crazy. This guy is crazy good. Yeah,
Molina couldn't hit in the beginning. He only hit towards the end of his career.
We'll see what happens in his career then. I am the type who would rather have a Pudge Rodriguez or a Jorge Posada. I'm the ilk. I want a guy who can hit behind the plate.
I think he and you know what? He bulked up over the offseason in the first half. Patrick Bailey was getting, was figuring out how to hit the ball. And he
So did
fell off
Matos last year. All we talked about in the preseason was, oh my God, have you seen Matos? The guy's built like, like George of the Jungle. And that didn't quite work out either. So
I think that
I think when you get you get to have, again, I think catchers who can hit, that is an elite situation. You can say, and you know what? Here's again, we're going to argue, but I think that a guy who can catch can catch. You can say, oh, he's elite because he can frame. So be it. I want a guy who's driving in runs, can hit the ball, and he certainly hasn't in his career thus far.
It depends on how you think baseball should be played and like how important certain things are. So, if you're primarily a radio guy, right? And it's really difficult to appreciate defensive catching without, if you're playing fantasy baseball, if you're, listening to baseball on the radio, like these are things that really hide the defensive value of players because you're not able to see them and they're not really expressed in a way that you can appreciate. But
I don't know, Marcus, when I played, I was all the years I played, it was with the management always had catchers who could hit.
And that's more fun. It's more fun to watch when you have a team of everyone who can hit, and it doesn't really matter if they can field or not. Like as long as they're, it's like
we had a home run hitting team, and I hit one career, so. I spent a lot of time rounding the bases, but not putting them over the fence.
Yeah.
I played 1 year. I played with Matt Stairs 1 year. He was a guest on our show.
And
how many career home runs? Can you remember off the top of your head, Eric? How many bombs did Matt hit?
Total
400.
Over 400. Yeah.
480. I'm gonna guess.
I think it's 460.
Pretty damn close.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah. And our catcher could hit too. And we had another guy. What was his name? Kelvin Hoyt. Oh, Jesus, could he hit? I'm about having the guys who can rip the ball, man. Just hit the ball. Not always out of the park, but when you can get a catcher. And why I say that is because when you go head to head, it's almost like fantasy. When you put up your team against another team, you almost say, well, the catcher. So if he gets a hit in a game, that's good. Well, I want to be above average against those other teams in that category. I think the importance of a hitting catcher is just misguided, man. I think it's important.
I think it's just easy. It's very easy to appreciate a catcher that can hit.
That's tough. That's tough to have a catcher to do both. It really is. That's the most demanding position on the field.
Yeah, the thing is that a lot of the things the catcher provides to the game is very understated. The way they help develop your pitchers and develop a game plan with your pitchers for each individual at bat, and the fact that they can influence every single at bat of a game, that's really difficult to. I mean, they're just starting in the past few years to put that into numbers, right? Like that's not something that
Midlife
we had access to for a long time. But the elite framing, it makes your pitchers better.
A little bit off.
Close.
A little bit off.
Every run saved is a run earned is something that is difficult to see.
Do you think he'll get better next year at the hitting?
At hitting? Yeah, I think he already improved last year, even though he fell off. It was really disappointing, obviously, that he fell off. But to start the season, he had an above league average bat, which is something that was nice to see. He bulked up a lot and he got more muscular. He could swing the bat a lot harder. He hit some home runs, but he was just, as he got gassed and he got injured, he wasn't able to hit as well. But I think he's gonna get better. He has the cerebral part of the game down.
And I've talked about this before. Dan makes a great point.
I can't believe I'm about to say this, Eric. I can't believe I'm about to say this, but I totally freaking agree with Dan's comment.
No, we've talked about it. We've talked about it in the past. His pass balls, he has to work on the pass balls for the simple fact it's because of his framing that he gets a lot of pass balls. So he has to work on that. He is a weak hitter. He starts off the season okay, but by mid-season to later, he kind of fades. And the automated strike zone, again, his value will go down when that automated strike zone starts coming into play. So
I think he's
currently
very overrated.
Currently, he will help the rotation, right? He will help the rotation as far as
I think that
as just making them be better. But again, you gotta be careful. He does have some things to work on, no doubt about it.
I mean, you said it right. The pass balls are sort of a product of
his framing. Yes, ambitiousness. I like that. That's a good word.
If you watch, he turns balls into strikes. Simple as that. He turns balls into strikes. So when you do that and you're not, blocking pitches, it's going to be a lot harder to avoid the pass balls. But
if it goes to the challenge system, because he only could challenge, I think, 3 calls and that's it, right? Yeah. The challenge system is freaking awesome because it's like you get 3 replays, if you will, right? So if whether it's a batter or a pitcher, if they feel that the call was egregious, they could just tap their head or some shit like that, and they go look at the tape. If it's within the box, it's a strike. If it's outside the box, it's a ball. So it's
kind of weird that you bring that up, Eric, because now in this day of baseball and out of the commissioner's office, how they're trying to speed up the game. They're adding more and more of these situations into the game, which slow it down.
Yeah, I mean, while they're trying to speed up the game, there's also a lot of discontent with the umpiring, especially as they're aging. They're not as sharp as they used to be.
I don't know. I've always said I like the game the way it was, the way it is, just the way it was. Like, I think if people don't want to go to the game and sit for 3 hours watching baseball, then go to a movie, man. It's over in 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind games
baseball
being
the way it was, man. Or you can't go just the stupidity of, I know it's slow sometimes, but why should you not be able to call Eric from the bullpen, pitch to a batter, and go, all right, I want a righty to face this batter, and bring in another pitcher? I mean, well, you've got to pitch to 3 batter. Like, what the hell? What are we doing? Why did they make? The game was good. I've always said this. The game was good for about 120 years, and then someone has to come in one day and go, today I got out of bed and I've decided I'm gonna fuck it up. Why?
Well, the thing is, baseball at the end of the day is a form of entertainment, right?
Yes.
And
So
what
do you
makes
need
baseball
like
money?
Giants?
Oh, hold on, wait. What pays the bills in baseball is, putting eyes on screens and butts in seats. That's what it is at the end of the day. And if people are not watching the game,
Why? They did for 100 years.
well, a lot
America's
of
game.
things lasted for
We're
100
talking about
years.
TV, not
it's like
going to the stands. So
it's a different world. You're competing with a lot more there's a lot more competing interests out there. So while I also want the game to be at least, recognizable, and I don't love the silly rules that they add to the game, I'm as long as they don't disrupt what the game is at its core, I'm okay with expanding the audience. If that means shortening the games to under 2.5 hours instead of 3, I'll take 2.5 hours of baseball over 0. You know what I mean?
Didn't you find when you go to I go to a lot. I go to probably 75% of the home games during the season. And now with the WNBA, it's going to be less next year because I'm going to that and not the Giants. But didn't you find that it was the 7th inning stretch and you thought, I'm just getting settled in? Or Bernice would nudge me, if you're getting a beer, you better get it now. I go, well, we've only been here. How long? Oh, Jesus, it's the 7th inning. It was flying by last year.
I mean, I bring, I said before, I sneak a bunch of whiskey into my bag.
Oh, where are you sitting? I gotta hang out, Eric. I'm in the wrong section, man.
And
you and I are getting together next year, whether you like it or not.
I'll bring enough for the both of us. Don't worry.
Jesus, they search my bag. Must be the hair. They search me, Eric, like I'm bringing, like I'm a mule. I'm carrying stuff over that Mexican border, baby. They get one look at me.
You look suspicious.
They're like,
you do look
over into the side room, Glenny, every game. But yeah, you get in with that, man. Good on you. I gotta visit you.
But it'd be the 7th inning stretch, and I'm like, damn, like I only got through like half of my whiskey at this point.
Yeah, I find the game. See, they want to speed it up, and I think it's getting to be like Jesus. Anyway, I'm a traditionalist. I just think the game was good the way it was before they made any changes. And you know what? Some of them, well, we're making the base an inch bigger. Is it that much of a difference? You had to make the bag bigger. The pitch clock, I really don't notice, to be honest with you. How about you, Marcus? I haven't even noticed it.
I like that people aren't allowed to just sit there and, do a stare down for 40 seconds or whatever.
Yeah.
But I barely notice it except when they're pitch clock violations. It kind of feels like, well, it's your own damn fault.
Or to be honest with you, the only time I notice it, and from my seat, I usually can't see, but when I'm watching television, it annoys me when they have it, the camera angle where you can actually see the batter and the pitch clock is in your video. And I'm almost watching it count down every batter, and I'd rather not see it, to be honest.
Yeah, there's something to that. And I also hate the ghost runner on second. I hate it.
What about tossing over to first base? It
was getting tired. It was getting tiresome to have them just throw over again and again and again. So, I mean, I don't know if the number of times you're allowed to throw is the right number as for the rule, but I think having some number makes sense. Like, you just got to get the game going,
I guess, but see, again, I thought there was nothing wrong with it. And I think it takes away from the whole chess match of baseball. Saying, well, you've thrown over twice. Now you're giving LA De La Cruz a free base.
Johnny, did you lose respect for me because of the whiskey thing? Because that's cool.
Guy's got to do what a guy's got to do.
I don't think it's the whiskey. Is it the whiskey? I don't think it's.
I don't know what else he's. But anyway, but yeah,
I think he's talking about when you said the younger audience that you're willing to do something to cater to a speedier game, younger audience type of thing.
Sure,
old guys,
like
old guys like you and Dan. See, we like it. We're traditionalists.
I want to share baseball with the people. I want baseball is the game of the people, and I want it to survive for a long time.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. See, I got to have a long game because Glenn has been with me to a game. I need time to talk, right? There's not enough time.
By the time we left, everyone in 321 either had a Giant Sports Talk Live business card or knew him by first name. Right, Bernice?
Yep. I heard that. Yep. Oh, man.
Eric was talking to people who weren't even from the United States. He was meeting people from Germany.
Yeah, hey.
He's like, hey, he's fucking there, man. He was talking languages I couldn't even decipher.
Yeah, Johnny, this is not about what I want. I could sit. I love a good doubleheader, for example. I'll be there forever. It's not about what I want. It's about what I think is necessary for baseball to survive as a form of entertainment.
Okay, here's a question, Marcus. This may seem like out to left field, out of this realm question, but think about it. The youth of today are used to the speed, or as I've called it with Eric, are want instant satisfaction. Well, look at the youth of today who like baseball. What do? They play EA Sports. You can play a game in half an hour. Do you think that they're getting away from the tradition of baseball and the speed of the game has other factors?
You're saying
Not
that
necessarily a
decreased
live game?
attention spans are what is causing them to need to speed up games of baseball? Is that what you're implying?
Yeah, the fact that you're trying to sell the game to young guys, young girls who are quite content to be home playing their EA Sports,
Sure,
MLB 24, and want the game over. And I can play a whole game in 17 minutes. And maybe they have a whole different attention span and a different love of the game. Really, they love playing their video game. They love baseball and what it represents. But there's something about going live and being at the ballpark. And like Dan just said there, talking between pitches, being able to get up and go to the bathroom, and you only miss maybe 2/3 of an inning. Now I go to the bathroom. Bernice goes to get me a hot dog, and she misses 2 innings, for God's sake.
I hate that. Here's the thing.
Did you find that? Of course, if you're into the sauce of the games, you must have to go to the bathroom. Dude, if there's a lineup, I miss.
I have a very large bladder.
I'm
pretty lucky.
2 innings of a game. I think it's sped up. I just thought it was anyway. Yeah, you know what? That's an argument that could go on forever between everybody in the chat. And now you and I and Eric and Dan, everybody who's here, we all have an opinion. I thought the game was very, very good.
We live in a capitalistic society, and that
we're
means
not getting back into that again.
Hold on. Yeah, but it's the deal. The deal is that there's a market. There's a market where we are competing with a lot of other, people for their attention. So, if I was the, dictator of the world and was like, everyone must watch 4-hour baseball games, like that would be high on my list of priorities. But that's not the reality, and we've invested a lot of time and money and our lives and culture into baseball, and I don't want to see it die. So I'm willing to make small changes in order to stay competitive in this attention market.
See, this is good fodder for an entire show. So you just claim, in all fairness, that Major League Baseball and the teams involved have invested a lot of time,
generations,
and money. But now the people who have built it, are like, oh, geez, we got to change it. Why? Because it ain't working. You're saying people aren't coming. We gotta grow the game to a new generation because people aren't coming to the games. So something you've done to grow the game isn't working. And I believe it's spending the money you spend. The tickets go up. I think they're going to destroy the game, actually, but time will tell.
Yeah, I'm not.
I think they're going to destroy the game. The game has changed so quickly. Again, you watch Ken Burns, and I know you go from black and white to color, but the game was beautiful. For about 80 years of my video watching.
Hey, you got to remember that's before baseball was televised. Different
and
time.
Then as soon as things, they started, I thought baseball changed in the late 80s, early 90s.
Well, I wasn't alive then, so I couldn't tell you. I wasn't there to watch it.
In other words, Glenn, you're an old son of a bitch.
That's true. Although, Eric, although I've never been kicked out of a ball game before. So.
Oh man, no, he didn't get kicked out, but he got told to be quiet.
Pretty damn close.
I
was watching that broadcast. I was texting
so was I. So was I.
I was texting Eric. I was like, he's an afternoon game. So I'm at work and I go, geez, they're live. And then I'm texting Eric, and it hadn't even gotten ugly yet. And I'm like, Eric, this is gonna go south, man.
Man, it
And
was
you're like,
awesome.
I know.
Everything was going great. And I had a conversation with the guy behind Dan. Everything was going great. And then all of a sudden, F-bombs started dropping. F you, Slater! And then people there, hey, can you shut the hell?
Marcus, do you know what we're talking about?
No, I wasn't.
Oh,
he
dude.
doesn't.
Maybe that's a story that maybe we'll get Dan on to relive the day at
damn,
the
that shit was
ballpark, because
so
that was beautiful.
funny.
It was
That was
beautiful. You know the beauty
Yeah,
about
I know,
it?
I know,
Eric
Dan.
and I weren't there. There were people behind.
Slater!
There were people behind Dan at the game going, "Shut the hell up!" Then security's coming. Then the ushers are coming and saying, "Shut up!" And oh my god! And I'm texting Eric going, "I told you it's going south, man." He's like, "What do I? I don't know whether to dump the feed. I don't know what to do."
Yeah, I didn't know what to do. It was getting weird.
Oh, I have a recording.
Oh, it was funny, man.
That was as an outsider looking in, that was what a day. I thought it got my entertainment
It was
value.
one for the ages. It was one for the ages, no doubt about it.
Somewhat related.
You know what,
have a
though?
recording
Honestly.
of a fight.
Is that?
I have a recording of a fight from one of the Yankees-Giants games.
Oh wow! Wow.
How long ago?
It was this season. It was this season. It was
This season?
Yeah, it was oh man. I just remember watching. I was in the bleachers and I watched Alex Verdugo drop a ball, which was awesome.
I can't remember.
Yankees destroyed the Giants in that series.
Yeah, we got owned. That was the first
That's
game
when
I watched last season that we lost.
That's when Soto ripped out Duvall's soul, threw it to the ground, stomped all over it, and he was not the same after that.
Spit on it, yeah. I do want to I want to get one thing clear. Haruku hates Matt Chapman. And it just bugs me to no end, because if you take a good I mean, visually it was hard to watch. We saw a lot of strikeouts with runners in scoring position, but Chapman has a 116 weighted runs created plus with runners in scoring position. So he's not even bad with runners in scoring position. He's above league average with runners in scoring position. So this is to say that guy is an absolutely elite defender, platinum glove level defender, and can scratch some runs across the board and can hit for power. It's just unbelievable to me to hate Matt Chapman unless you don't look at advanced stats and don't watch games of baseball. And I don't know, it's an unbelievable combination of ignorance to say that Matt Chapman.
Here's the problem. When the hits, when he didn't get the hits with runners in scoring position, it was like
high leverage situation.
That's the problem. It's one thing to not get a hit with a runner in scoring position when you're already in the lead, but when you're trying to get those runs across to win the game, that's the problem.
It's frustrating. Yeah, I will say Matt Chapman at times has been frustrating. I will give you that.
And those numbers really stood out, didn't they?
But to say that he's, to quote the batting average, when he's good at taking a walk, he has some speed on the bases. He, again, is a platinum glove defender. Like, he's just, for that price, for $25 million a year, that's a freaking bargain.
Yeah,
that's a bargain. You look at the contract signed this offseason, and you're telling me you wouldn't give him $25 million a year? Are you freaking kidding me? Have you paid attention at all to the free agent market? $25 million a year is a steal.
Hey, before I get out of here, Eric, I want to bring up a good point that Skaters made. I like this. It's the beauty of baseball. Something you can go just chill out in a hurry up and wait mentality, or hurry up and wait world.
Yeah.
I like to go and watch ball and just put my feet on the seat in front of me when the ushers aren't watching, and lean back and eat my hot dog and cheer for Wilmer and just have a great
cheer for Wilmer.
Relax.
You had me going.
I know.
You had me going until you had to bring up.
Don't say it.
You had to do it. Everything was going smoothly. It was perfect.
You got the buzzer, Eric.
It was eloquent. When you bring up
I get my Coke Zero. I drink I drink a quarter of it, then I pour a bunch of whiskey in it.
I know where the rest goes. Yeah, there
you
go.
And I sip that slowly and eat my garlic fries and maybe get a burger or a hot dog and have a great time. That's my Giants game.
You know what we ought to do, Glenn? Honestly,
Yes,
we should probably do this.
What's that, buddy?
Maybe in May. How about we work with Dan and we do a huge freaking meetup at a game?
Yeah, I've been talking about that. You and I.
Organize
Well,
a
I'm
game.
going to be doing some
Make
live
a big
shows
one.
over at Oracle.
Maybe we could we may be able to get a section, to be honest.
How
with you.
about this? I told you we're working. I've already got most of the materials to set up, my banner, and we're going to have the table. We're going to do some pre-games live from the ballpark before I go in.
Well,
So I don't know if Dan wants to do something where has he got somebody in here wants to co-host? Maybe we go. Maybe we do
opening day.
Yeah.
The
Big
collab.
simulcast, if you will.
A collab.
Yeah, collaboration or simulcast.
That would be freaking
Maybe
awesome.
some guys come over on the show. I want to have skaters join me.
There's enough viewers for a box, right? We can get a box.
Oh, dude. Oh, shit.
We get a Giant Sports Online
There
box.
you go. Maybe we get a box, dude.
I'll talk to Dave over at the my buddy Dave over there got me the tickets, and he's working on the season ticket package I'm going to give away here on the channel, or we're going to give away, I should say, Eric. I'll talk to Dave about that. It ain't going to be cheap.
Oh, I know. Hey, Dan, what do you think about that? I don't know if we could get enough. How many people does it hold in a box?
Do you know, Bernice? It's been so long. Don't know.
I don't know, like 20 to
Or I can
20 to
check
40
with,
or something like that. It can't be that.
He knows all the ins and outs of that, even though it's a different team.
People can bring their friends, plus ones, etc.
Oh, yeah. That's
but-
right. A coup of KMBR booth. That's great. It's a coup. Oh, that would be awesome, dude. Oh, that would be great. Get
One of these
freaking
days-
Marty to come over.
You can
Yeah.
drop a link for a Google form and see who would be willing to commit to it. And
Dude, that would be
Dan,
freaking
not to
awesome,
blow
man.
our own horn here, not to blow our show has taken off. You've been on the air for a couple of years now. You got great. I see you're over 4,000 subscribers now. Hats off to that. But I think between Giant Sports Talk Live, Northern California Sports and Entertainment that I'm going to be growing next year, and I got to talk to Dan. I'm going to bring Dan in and going to give him the offer to work on the radio side. We're going to launch the radio.
Right on, dude. Fuck yeah.
But between our two channels, between these two channels, I think and again, not to be arrogant, but I think we do a better job of covering baseball in the Bay Area than KMBR.
Dude, I'm telling you, there's five now Giants. You got NorCal Sports, you got us, you got Cody, you got Skaters on Baseball, you got Hum Baby. Man, it's growing. And I'm telling you, dude.
Coverage.
Dan's on a little earlier. We
all
come
of us.
on, and the thing is, we're on here, and I think the guys appreciate both channels. I know ours do. We're here, Eric and I. Barring, I've suffered illness a little while. I travel more than Eric, which is I can't help. But one way or another, you get Giant Sports Talk Live every night, right, Eric?
Yeah.
And I think the guys would wonder if they tune in at 10 o'clock, 8 o'clock, or 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, they come in late, and we're not here. I think they think, geez, one of us, there's a funeral somewhere. There's something bad has happened. So I think people appreciate the show, and I just think that
would be awesome.
I think we do we bring the talk that local radio, I think Bay Area sports radio is in the shitter, to be honest with you.
It is. I'm telling you, and every single channel is better than what KMBR is putting out there.
Yes.
Every
And
single
even
channel.
just radio in general, because my buddy works for the same company as KMBR. He goes by a different name on radio, his real name, but he goes by Lamont Hollywood. He's on 107.7 The Bone, the morning guy. I don't know if you guys know that. They wouldn't really. They offered him. They offered him less money, or the same money, but they were going to break up Lamont and Tonelli. And he said, he's my partner. He's with me, or I don't sign. So they wouldn't sign. They go, nope. Then we're going to pay you less money. He goes, no, I'll walk. I'll get the same money and go somewhere else. So that's what they're getting cheap, Eric. And you and I we can put you know what the true test is? Look at a Warriors post game. KMBR do a simulcast on the YouTube, and they got like 72 viewers, and we're raking in our 314 viewers. Like, the people have spoken. They want to hear Giants talk. They want to hear sports talk, and I think both channels. that are on every night. The others you mentioned, they do drop-in shows, but I think again, I don't want to, pat ourselves in the back too much. But I think we do a good job, Eric.
Oh no, SGA
Fun,
Sports.
HGA Sport, get out of here, Alex. Come on now. Let's not go that far. Let's not go that far.
I'm still owed the 12 days of Christmas, man. From SGA
Don't go there. Don't go there. Don't go there. That was a fiasco. I'm not gonna.
Dude.
You know what? There's no coming back from that.
We're gonna have. You don't know what? G Martinez. It's Chardol. It's Chardol.
That was a fiasco. Well, Marcus, that he didn't show up on Christmas Eve, and then he showed up after, and he tried to. He butchered.
I caught that part. I caught the part where he
let me down. And the sad thing was, I didn't, as always. Glennie didn't listen to Eric. Eric goes, he ain't gonna show. He ain't gonna show up. And then he goes,
exactly, Will.
Maybe he thought it was 5 o'clock. So we went on. We stayed till after 5. Still no Chardol. And then he come on the air. And did you notice, Marcus? Every 30 seconds is like, well, I was at the mall. And then 30 seconds later, well, I would have been here, but I was watching a movie with Ma. And I'm like, well, his excuses were going all over the place.
We're good, Anthony. We're good.
It's tough, man. And I said that we should ban him until Corbin Burns signs with the Giants. So,
well, that might be permanent.
That's permanent.
I said it before Burns signed anyway.
Eric, I'm ready to wrap her up for the night.
Yeah, same here. Yeah. Hey, senior, check your text messages.
Thanks, Marcus.
Have a good night.
Yeah, thanks, Marcus.
Chat with you tonight, buddy. Thanks for coming on. As always, you're always welcome. And we had a good chat tonight. I love chatting with Marcus when he comes on the show.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
We don't always agree. I have more fun
Vince
when we don't agree. But tonight we sort of agreed, so it kind of was stale, right?
Hey, Dan, anytime we put out the link, you're more than welcome to join as well if you want. So just so you know.
I feel like it's been I don't know. Dan is kind of like, oh, I got to turn on the lights, Eric. Get the lights back up. I don't know. There's been like a mending of the fence here, Eric.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dan was like that guy. What's that show, Bernice? The guy was behind the fence, and all you would see is this much of him.
Oh,
Home Improvement.
Yeah,
Dan was like the old guy behind the fence, and you'd only see him from here. Now he's out there again. Everything's good in the world.
Yeah, we're all good, man. It's all good.
And if I don't like what he says, I got the buzzer. Just shut him down. There you go.
We're all good
all
to
right,
go.
We're back tomorrow night. What's the topic, Eric? Or is it another freaking free for all?
Come on, man. I didn't have the idea until about an hour. And
I noticed the thumbnail popped up at
like almost 7:30. I know.
Yeah. All right. I'll see you tomorrow night, Eric.
Absolutely.
Eric, it doesn't matter what the topic is. Here we are. We'll be soon 3 hours. And we always find a way to talk.
Yeah. Hey, dude, that's just what we do.
Oh, yeah. Talk. I know. I've been to a game with you.
We talk. We talk on here daily. It's just having fun. Just having fun.
Hanging out with you and all these clowns in here in the chat.
There you have. You said it, not me. I never said that.
Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. Guys, good job as always. Love it. Love it. Love being here. I love doing the show. I was out today and I was like, can't wait to get back and do the show tonight.
Oh, yeah. By the way, check out Skaters on Baseball. Ain't that the truth? Real quick.
Ain't that
the damn truth, Dan? Ain't that the damn truth? But check out Skaters on Baseball. They had a show earlier today. Fantastic intro. They put a little movie together. It's great. Basically giving you the old middle finger to Corbin Burns. It was pretty funny. It was good stuff. But yeah, go check them out, man. You guys won't be disappointed. Check out Skaters on Baseball. Of course, you got everyone else out there. You got Dan over there at NorCal Sports. Got Cody on Even Your Dynasty. Can't forget Hum Baby. He's the one that started it all. He was the quote unquote the cornerstone of Giant Sports Talk. And of course, you got Ben Kaspic out there. I mean, it's not my cup of tea. Just saying. But hey, he's out there doing Giants content. I guess you can't fault him.
The guy's good at filling an hour on his own. I'll give him that, man.
Yeah, he doesn't do live streams though. Doesn't do live streams.
Oh no, we come on here bringing it live, baby.
See, that's the difference. When you come out doing live streams,
that's how you get the numbers. Man, people want to
live streams.
They want to participate. Eric.
They want to participate. Exactly, 100%. Dan knows that. Cody knows that.
Yeah.
Greg knows that. Of course, Eric on Hum Baby, he knows that. So
I made a comment on Dan's show. I was leaving the Warrior. Oh, Eric. Dan, well, we're a Giants channel, right? Dan was covering the Warriors the other night. I was at the Warrior game. Talk about, remember our Wide World of Sports theme? The thrill of victory and the agony of defeat? Dude, the Warriors hit a shot. It was like, we won. Holy shit. And in the final, like, 1.5 second, it was over. We lost.
Wow.
So I made a comment and Dan brought it up on the show. I participated in Dan's show. I like that. I think we got a good thing moving forward.
We do. Yeah, Anthony, we're good, man.
I love the fact he comes in. We get his perspective. And he can also talk about what his channel is saying, right?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Heck yeah.
You know, what's the vibe over there?
Yeah, exactly.
What's the vibe over there. All right. See you tomorrow night, Eric.
Yeah, let's
how are we getting out of here tonight?
Let me look.
Hey, you know what we haven't done?
What we haven't done?
It's been over a week. Can we, you're at Mission Control, but I haven't heard our theme song for a while, man.
You know what I want to hear?
We rock out with our theme, or what are we doing?
How about? Hold on, let me look, man. Ooh. Yeah, right on, dude. That's what I'm talking about.
Dan, you text me, Dan. You got my text number. We're gonna launch. We're going radio real soon, 24 hours a day, and maybe you can get involved.
Hey, look, we could hear different perspectives on Giants, man. Let's go, man. I'm all. Hey, that's your baby, but yeah, why not? He could be the next KMBR, so to speak. You know what? I gotta do the positive vibes, man. I gotta do positive vibes.
I just haven't heard that song. I loved our theme song.
Here we go. All right, guys. We will see you tomorrow night, 8:00. And guys, I'll have some news tomorrow about the New Year's Eve.
Hey, sexy boy.
New Year's Eve.
Boy. Sexy boy.
Oh, I know who that is. If that's the same person who I think it is. No, I'm thinking of Sexy Burrito. Remember that, Dan? Remember Dan? Remember Sexy Burrito?
Well, Sexy Boy's coming in, part of the
that's someone different.
Part of the fraternity.
Thanks,
known as the Giant Sports Talk Live chat, but he comes in a little late. We're signing off. You can go back and start the show.
Yeah, positive night. Oh, dear God, I remember the positive night. Good God, I remember that. That was tough.
You know the best show I've ever seen, Eric, and I made it. I don't know if Dan knows this. You know this. The best show I ever saw was the night you had. I watched it like 8 times. It's that good, man. It's like major motion picture material. It was the night that over on the other channel, you were involved and you had Court in Session.
The Luciano one.
Yes.
Oh.
You had coverage hilarious. From all the channels, really. You had what's his name on there with the beard? What's his name?
Yeah, Cody was there.
Cody was on the channel. You had other guys on, and like Court is in session. It was
that was
awesome.
Hilarious, dude.
It was awesome. I downloaded it. I didn't go to bed that night. I was flying from Sydney, Nova Scotia to San Francisco. I had to fly for like 18 hours. So I downloaded the show on my phone and I watched it 3 times on the plane. It was awesome. Dan, that one goes down. Oh, of course, Dan won. It's his show. I knew that was going to happen. At the end of it, he goes, all right, the judge has made his that was
decision. Cameron was the judge.
That was a great show.
That was hilarious.
All right, let's get us out of here, Eric. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. We appreciate you. See you tomorrow night at 8.
Tomorrow night at 8. Let's go. Go get a rookie, man. Woo!